Put that straight on YouTube.
Okay.
I have the best recaps. Wow. So last session we started off pretty much immediately after Orion had that vision in the Sangromancy class, and it was a little bit after he had explained it to everybody, in which we were just kind of all talking about the overlying issues that were facing our party, which was this other party of individuals who we had believed tried to kill us in Professors of I's class. And there were definitely some mixed opinions on how we should approach it. And we all decided to just go talk to them first before resorting to anything rash. When we went up to talk to them, their rogue held a knife to Rock's artery because he ran up to him, and kind of started off not so well. But after talking a little bit with them and kind of leveling with each other, we discovered that we kind of had a little bit more in common than we thought, and we could kind of help each other out. And we figured we owed them, since Professor Tea Kettle had banished their teammate Q, and Q came back and he wasn't the same, and he kind of ran off. So we're gonna go try to find him in the astral plane. So Valmoria and Inafira went off to go get the mimic ships, who, in talking to the mimic, Valmoria discovered her name was Moya. And the reason that the ship was so secretive about it is because whoever knows her name has the power to control it. So they went, and maybe have seen somebody named Skeleton Sammy, heard about him, he might have made an appearance. So they came back, and then we spent a good little bit preparing for the adventure into the astral plane, trying to get ready for that, just to go help them look for their lost party member. And then
Yeah?
I completely forgot.
Yeah.
Orion had made a visit to his professor, the professor for Zengromancy, to see if he had any bags of blood, in which he did. And Orion paid, I think it was 5 gold or 10 gold, and then the professor had offered him another vision, in which Orion took it, more willingly this time, and he saw a vision of a field usually known for like having happy, joyful spirits in it, completely empty, and kind of a burn mark into the field of the ruin symbol from the card that he drew, and a kind of paladin-looking knight there, who, when you took off his mask, it was just like this bright shining light, and he was just wondering where everybody was at in that field, because he was kind of like their shepherd. And then Orion came back to the ship with Rock, and he got pinned down by Rock and got a tattoo for his birthday. And then Fi made him a little picture moving thing with his wife in it, because it was his birthday. And now we're here.
There you go. All right, you can take inspiration for that, and yeah, to start off, it's gonna be you guys figuring out what's next. You guys have a bit of prep time still, not a ton, but you guys also got to figure out where you want to head off to first. So we will pick up there. You guys are on the ship getting prepped. You're still docked at the school, technically, but you have most of your supplies loaded in. What you do now is up to you.
My gosh, look at Randall.
Old man Randall.
Old man Randall.
Go, Randy. Go, Randy.
Randy.
He starts hitting a sick move.
I'm a slave.
I'm here against my will.
He says that as he's like breaking it down.
Yeah, but you're really
He's
cool.
fucking hitting the sick ready. God save me.
Randall, you're okay. Don't even worry about it.
Oh well, it's all gone downhill.
It could be worse.
But I know
Yeah.
Fi had some ideas.
It's true. I do have some ideas. So instead of, going straight to where we're supposed to go, why don't we, make some pit stops and find other things first? Information, loot, weapons.
Me like that idea.
As long as the other party's cool with it, because I don't know if they're trying to make like a straight beeline or if they're just
Interfere looks at you and she's like, I cede to you in this if you think we'll stand a better chance spending a little time before venturing into deep space. I'm more than willing to do so.
Yeah, I think it'll probably be for the best.
Blake Queen.
As long as, I mean, it's probably smart to make pit stops in the astral plane. They probably have some very powerful, good stuff there for us if we.
Yeah, there's
if we just
from what
do that.
I've heard, there's a bunch of wrecked ships around here, which we could find funny little items on. There's this like this really sketchy guy out there, but he knows a lot, like a lot. So it's an option. We can pull up to his house. He is sketchy.
Well, I mean, yeah, any help is help. So I mean, we could go pay him a visit.
True. We should also find those skeleton guys you guys keep talking about.
Skeleton Sammy.
Ooh, Skeleton Sammy.
Every time you say his name in the distance, you just hear
But only
We need to go
Nice
find that
man.
guy.
Nice
got-
man. Very helpful.
We gotta find him so we can be a further help alliance.
Very honorable pirate too.
Well, I mean, y'all are the ones who have, and I'm
Yeah.
fine with whatever y'all think is best.
Yeah, I don't know how much Fi wants to divulge about what he knows about the guy out here, but you have an idea of how to find him.
So about the sketchy guy, he's done a lot of morally questionable things. I'm pretty sure he's banned from going to it's either the Feywild or the material plane. Probably both.
Is both.
How do you manage to do that?
Would if I know this?
I don't know if you know the exact details. You know that he's not a great guy, and you know what he specializes in.
Well, I don't know exactly what he's done, but I do know that he's done some pretty interesting evil things. A lot to do with like creatures and whatnot. So I mean, like he knows a lot about that, like bioengineering. I think.
How does Valmoria feel about bioengineering?
You know specifically that he is a biogeneticist.
What kind of bioengineering are we talking about?
Well, like trying to make himself stronger.
I feel like I've heard of this man before. I have heard of this man before.
Was it like Namtar? You know that guy?
I definitely have. We've definitely talked about this man before.
Yeah. He's a real dick, but he's also really smart and he'll probably give us good information. It's a long call because he's probably gonna ask for something.
Depends on what he asked for, but I mean, nothing wrong with going and visiting. We just need to know what he wants before we start asking our questions.
True.
I'm down if everyone else is down.
Yeah, can't hurt to ask.
Maybe, just in case, find old Skeleton Sammy to have a little bit of backup.
That would be a good idea.
True.
I like the sound of this guy. He sounds like a good guy.
Skeleton Sammy's a G.
If we
What's
can
a
find
G?
like an abandoned ship along the way and take its contents.
Just pillage a ship a little bit.
I mean, it's abandoned. No one's missing it.
True.
Yeah.
Well,
whatever it is.
Let's get it in motion as long as the other party's good with it.
Yeah, they're kind of ceding to you guys, whatever you think is best.
You'd use up
Let's
to-
big-
They've traveled around this place a bit, but that doesn't mean they're very knowledgeable about it.
Yuji's upset. Tea Kettle didn't bring his order. He was too busy.
Yuji is on his crystal waiting for the food delivery.
Dude.
Take a coin tip.
He banished your food. He said you're not getting this.
All
Yeah,
right.
I'm good to
So you guys wanna head out? You guys wanna leave the docks?
Let's do
All
it.
right. So I need to
Let's
know
do it.
who is going to crew the ship right now. It
I will.
requires minimum 3 of you.
I will.
There has to be somebody attuned to the sails. There has to be, what's the second one? It's someone's attuned to the sails, someone is attuned to the rigging, and then somebody is the ship's captain and is attuned to the spell jamming helm.
Since I'm already attuned to the spell jamming helmet.
Yeah, you are.
I
Yeah.
can go ahead and captain
I am
it.
the captain now.
I'm the captain.
Yeah, you are. You were already attuned from earlier, so yeah.
That works. And then Rowan, he offered to be attuned to one.
Yeah, I'll do sales.
well,
I'll go
sales. Okay. And then who wants to do the rigging? It doesn't have to be one of you guys. You can give the job to someone else.
That's what I was gonna say. Can we use?
Give me a bullywug.
You say Baloo can do it. I would recommend somebody with a bit more strength. I mean, if you
Strength?
want Rock to do it, I'm fine with that.
Hey, what's with that boy Rock
Yeah,
doing?
whichever.
Let Rock handle it.
All right. So Rock will go and he will attune to the rigging. Yeah, the only other person better than Rock would be their barbarian, but
Or Clay, but he's not very smart.
yeah, Clay would just pull the ropes a little too hard.
Mama pull
Just
rope.
pull the mast down.
Okay.
Then he just kept pulling it, even after it fell.
So you guys spend about half an hour, or Rowan and Rock do, and you attune to the ship, and it's very interesting because you realize something, Valmoria, you felt when you attuned. It's not just a regular magical attunement. You feel what the ship feels. You become part of the ship as you're attuned. That's the whole Davy Jones part of the ship, part of the crew thing. So like, Rowan, you don't necessarily have to physically move the sails as much as you would if it were a normal ship. You can think that you want the sails to do something, and they will assist you in doing that thing.
Okay.
So it's it's less piloting a normal ship, and it's a bit
It's like
more
driving a
intuitive.
Tesla. Yeah.
Exactly. Sure, it's a cyber. This is the Cybertruck of airships, is what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
yeah. I get it. I get it.
I think that's insulting, isn't it?
Don't insult
I guess it depends
Moya.
on perspective. To say a Cybertruck is a well-made car is true. To say it looks like shit is also true.
Are you saying Moya looks like shit?
Perspective.
Don't
If we're
insult my
calling Moya
Pookie
a
like that.
Cybertruck,
Moya is not a Cybertruck. Moya is a very nice lady.
Maybe a
Just a
male
Model
mimic.
S.
Maybe a male mimic.
She's like a
is
nice
kinda
Subaru or something like that.
like a Kia Soul.
a nice Hyundai Elantra.
Mm-mm.
Nah, you guys actually have a very nice ship. A very nice ship. So you guys, after about half an hour, all attuned to the ship. The Bullywugs start casting off the tie-ons on the side of the ship. Let me. There you go.
One random one. It's just sweeping the deck.
I'm singing in the rain.
Duh.
And this is Moya's top deck.
Woo! Look at
My.
Moya go! Ooh,
We are on an actual adventure. That's crazy.
slay. Go for us.
Long way from Stratus, guys.
Are these rooms?
Long way from Bronze Keep, guys.
They're never gonna believe this back home.
Oh wait, I don't have anyone to tell. God damn
Everyone I know is dead.
it.
My grandpa probably knows this is happening in some way or form.
Everybody I know is dead.
Orion jumps off the ship,
I couldn't take it anymore.
flies into oblivion. So yeah, the blue is casted off. You guys pull away from the school and into the astral plane. You see space kind of floating out in front of you. So the first order of business is trying to find Skeleton Sammy, correct?
I
It's
believe so.
So Skeleton Sammy tends to hang out in regular space, kind of around the school. He does a lot of trading here. He only heads out into deep space when he's when he's trying to, loot up and everything like that. So here's how we're gonna do it. I'll give you two options. You guys can either allow one person to make an investigation check with advantage, or you guys can all collectively make an investigation check, and you'll have to hit a crazy high DC, but I'm going to add everyone's rolls together.
I have a +6 to investigation.
I have a
let me
+8.
see.
Oh, 5.
I have guidance. I have guidance.
Oh, we should use that.
Yeah, Fi has a crazy intelligence, so he'd be able to. Guidance would allow you to apply guidance to the collective group check, or either of them. It would be fine for.
What if I give him one of my things?
Well, the
Advantage.
single check would already have advantage.
Okay.
I'm
Listen-
giving it advantage because I would consider it everyone's helping.
Okay.
I think we'll do that with his +8 plus
Yeah,
my guidance.
I think that'd be good.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm rolling D4.
I will tell you the DC is still pretty high because Skeleton Sammy does not. He's not found unless he wants to be found.
Someone say his name.
So where's
Go
he?
ahead.
Effectively.
Go ahead, Fi, and roll an investigation check with advantage. And then Ethan, you can roll the guidance. Holy shit! Never mind.
Let's go.
That's a
You guys
30.
pull off. Immediately, Fi looks in the distance and he goes,
That's him.
"Hey, I think that's Skeleton Sammy." And his ship is right there. He's there. He's just
No
hanging out.
way.
I think I might see Skeleton
And you guys
Sammy right
see,
over there.
you guys see a huge pirate ship, part of it made of bone, like the mast is like some kind of giant monster's bone, with these sails. It's got like 2 engines in the back, and you see 3 smaller, like sloop-sized ships falling behind it. They're all manned by skeletons, and you see up at the helm of the main ship, next to the Spelljammer helm on his ship, is Skeleton Sammy, this kind of tall, skeletal dude. He still has 1 like fleshy eyeball. Everything else is kind of rotted away. He's got like a bicorn pirate's hat and like a overcoat with the like golden tassels, cutlass on his side. You see like a flintlock pistol on the other side. As he flies by, he goes, "Good to see ye again." He's looking at you, Valmoria. You're
What's
the
up,
one he saw.
Pookie? It's good to see you too. Long time no see.
What brings you back out into space?
You know, adventure. Looking for a friend of theirs who went bye-bye.
Ah, adventure.
Mm-hmm.
The call of the astral sea, eh?
Mm-hmm.
Well, which way ye be heading?
Fi, which way ye be heading?
Probably in the direction of one Namtar, perhaps. I mean, we might make some stops along the way.
scurvy dog.
Yeah, he is a scurvy dog, all right. From what I've heard.
Nasty fella.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we don't like him too much either, but he does have information that could be useful. You probably know. how to go.
business with him myself every now and again.
So you understand.
charts.
Yeah.
You
That
get
kind of
it.
thing.
Well, you're still not pirates, are ye?
Mm-mm.
No.
No, sir.
Very good, very good. Well, what's up?
Like, you want to come along?
Are you paying?
I'm sure we could somehow.
You give me a cut of your loot.
I mean, if
down.
everyone else is fine with that.
That's a fair deal.
I'm good.
He looks at you with his one eye, he's like, 50%, and he puts an eye patch over his fleshy eye.
Here, Sammy, let's make a deal. If we both find something and we both want it, let's settle it with a game of rock, paper, scissors on who gets it. What do you think?
What's that?
Oh, it's this game.
You mean Boulder Parchment Shears?
Yeah, that one. Yeah.
Ah, of course.
Sorry, these new kids.
A
these
game
days.
as old as piracy itself.
Which we are not pirates.
Yeah,
Just wanna be
we
that
would
way.
know that because we're not pirates.
Almost got you. Well, we have to have some kind of contract. What percentage are you willing to offer me?
15.
Well, hold on. Okay.
Well, all right.
That's
You see his hand kind of go to his cutlass, and he's like, "Are ye insulting me?"
He was
no, he
just
just
making
kidding.
a silly little joke that he sometimes should not be
Arrives with
making.
like a fake belly laugh. Oh my goodness.
His hand moves back away. He's like, "You best be jesting."
He is jesting. He is
Jesting,
jesting.
yeah, we're doing that.
I mean,
I bring a
honestly,
whole
when
fleet.
it comes to the loot, we're really not even out here for that. I guess we're just trying to rescue
Oh,
someone.
100%.
No, we still,
no,
we
no,
will
no,
still
no.
need
All right,
loot,
all
of
right.
course, to support our journey.
Okay.
So,
So
like,
give me a number.
What about 40?
Let me deliberate with my first mate.
40.
He walks over to another skeleton. Him and the skeleton, they're like clicking at each other. Comes back and goes, 40% would be agreeable.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Is that a deal, everyone? He looks
Deal.
around at everyone.
Deal, Pookie.
Sounds good.
Very well. You've acquired the services of Skeleton Semi. And he like raises his cutlass in the air, goes poof, poof, poof. His single shot flintlock shoots like 6 times in a row for some reason.
I pop a couple rounds off myself.
The whole crew starts firing in the air. The bullets float up into space and just they lose momentum and just keep going up.
I like these guys already.
I told
Is
you
that
he's
safe?
nice. Nice
So
man.
you guys now have Moya, and then I have the stats for Skeleton Sammy's ship. His ship is a little bit smaller than Moya, and then his sloops are smaller than that. But they all have combat ability. They all have cannons and stuff like that. So in combat, I will run their ships.
Oh,
And
God.
they're all crewed.
Yeah,
Well, that's
how many
good for
people?
you.
I know, how many
Each of the
people are there,
sloops
though?
has 12 skeletons, and the main brig, it's a brigantine, has 22. It has a crew of 22. So it's 22 plus 36 is 58. So they have 58 skeletons across their fleet.
So if any combat were to come up, everybody on their ship and our ship would have to roll initiative?
Yeah, you guys would do it separately. I would roll their initiatives collectively as a ship. I would just roll it once for each ship. Because until like they get boarded, they're going to be taking ship actions.
Okay.
And even if they did get attacked, I would play it out. I would leave that to just a couple of chance rolls as opposed to playing out a whole combat. Yeah. But you guys now have it's turning into fucking One Piece. You have a small pirate armada.
Yeah.
As you guys turn around, you see that Skeleton Sammy, he has his skeleton attach a rope to the back of Moya, which then attacks to 3 split ropes that attach to the sloops behind him. So you guys are all in a convoy. There's plenty of distance between you, but it's just a connecting point, just in case you guys get pulled off course or something. So all of your ships are connected.
Do we have some way to like still have ready contact with the Sam man?
Yeah, there's like communications relays on Spelljammer ships. It's basically just like comm systems.
Okay.
So they're shorter range. They only work within like 1,000 feet, but you guys are well within 1,000 feet of all of Sammy's ships. They're mainly like they're supposed to be for like call outs to approaching ships.
I guess
So,
I just kind of want to ask.
Yeah,
you real
up
quick.
next to the helm, there's like a little microphone thing, basically.
I want to go ask him. I was like, so Sammy, do you know of any location of like some derelict ships that we can go check out on the way?
We just came from the salvage yards. I could take you back.
Well, if there's still good stuff there, well, we can check it out.
It's always full there.
Well, let's head over then.
All right. It's not a far trip. It'll take a couple hours.
That's perfect.
All right. So you guys will have a couple hours of downtime as Sammy kind of points in the right direction. You're still leading the way, and you guys head towards what they refer to as a salvage yard, which is kind of a small like gravity well that pulls in space trash. So it's basically just a space junkyard. You guys is there anything within that couple hours you guys would want to do specifically or take care of?
Orion will probably eat one of the blood bags he bought.
Got you. So you eat up. What about everybody else?
Can I study for my exam coming up?
Yeah, go ahead and roll me an intelligence, just a flat intelligence check.
Okay. Do I have to say like a certain class, or can I just kind of like study your notes?
No. We'll just say a general study. Yeah.
Okay. Intelligence.
Does anybody want to study with Rowan? You guys would get advantage on these rolls if you studied together.
Oh,
I'll study with Rowan.
I'll do it while I'm eating.
All right. So since you guys are group studying, the mechanic is that everybody that wants to take part in studying for school in this time, and the other party is going to do some studying as well, you will roll your check with advantage. So basically, your highest mental stat is what you're going to roll with. Whatever your highest mental stat is,
Ah,
you're
yes,
going to roll a
dexterity.
check. The fuck?
Sorry.
You're just gonna roll your highest mental stat with advantage, and if you guys do well enough, it will give you a permanent +1 bonus on the test you're gonna take for your midterm.
I could help out with that too, because I'd probably get some busted
Yeah.
stat in there.
Yeah. So everybody, go ahead and roll your best mental stat with advantage.
Peep this nat
I'd
20.
be like intelligence, right?
25.
That's a save.
Shit.
Damn, that is a save.
I like that though.
That is a good number, but it is a save.
Oh.
Damn it.
Oh my god.
Holy shit!
22.
Damn.
Isn't that like a
Okay.
1 in 400
What the
chance?
hell?
That is a 1 in
That's
400
insane.
chance.
Or had a
Um,
brain blast.
These are a bunch of really good rolls, really good rolls, and 2 nat 20s. I'm gonna say that everybody who took part in this, including the other party, you all have a +2 on your midterm exam.
God damn.
Oh my god.
Where do I
We're
roll?
Way to
One
go,
class.
Yu-Gi-Oh!
So everybody, I'm gonna mark that down, but try and remember that.
thank
Everybody, for one test that you take for a midterm, you can add just a flat +2 to your roll.
That's crazy. We were all studying good, and Yu-Gi-Oh's like, actually.
Yeah. Yu-Gi-Oh, like with his
Well-
new wizard stuff, he opened his book, and
Yeah.
Yu-Gi-Oh like speaks High Arcana, so he like looks at this sigil, and he's like, well, actually, it says, and starts speaking this fucking foreign language, and all of your brains just fucking like open up.
You just hit us with the
Um,
infinite.
well,
Yeah, that's crazy.
I didn't know I could do that, guys.
I haven't known you for very long, but I didn't know you could do that either.
I knew.
Yeah. Insane. Yeah, really good roll. So again, one of your midterms that you take, you get to add a flat +2. So that's huge because the DCs for the midterms are like for the tests are not crazy high, so a 2 can be a big game changer. Wow. So you guys spend about 2 hours doing that. Sammy eventually kind of signals you guys on the comms and says that you're approaching the salvage yard. As you guys approach, you guys see that it is at the center. There's this small, almost like roiling wormhole shape. It doesn't seem to be like volatile or anything or pulling anything in, but it seems to create a gravity well in this area to where it just like pulls space trash towards it and just kind of hovers in this kind of gravitational pull out here. As you guys approach, anyone who wants can make a perception check or investigation if they like.
I will perception because
Is
it's
it
with my
smarts?
eyes, so I get advantage.
We'll make an
Sure.
investigation.
Yeah, as you could. I would allow you to get advantage with smell as well.
Bing bong.
24.
24.
Damn.
Off the top, you guys don't notice anything out of the ordinary. You don't see any other like active ships or anything. You do immediately see tons of mechanical and like also wooden ships. Like you see some spelljammers that are like pirate ships. You see some that are futuristic spaceships. Like you've never seen this technology before. It probably comes from some other plane that you've never been to. Maybe even some other time. You see huge like engines and thrusters and stuff on the back of these giant metal-bodied ships. A lot of them ripped apart, wires and mechanics everywhere. You see some kind of in between that are like these weird other almost like semi-natural ships, but they have like arcane sigils all over them. You don't see any other like what you would consider living ships, but you see other ships that are made of like semi-organic material and all that kind of stuff. You guys don't see anything out of the ordinary, and you guys made some pretty good rolls. What are you guys specifically looking for here?
I think Fi sees like the futuristic ship and just goes, "That looks interesting."
All right, give me just a second.
What's everyone else think though?
I guess I want to see if there's any other people here besides us.
From what you guys can see, no. And I will say the one thing is that like your smell is pretty good for the immediate area, but since you're in space,
No.
if somebody were more than like a couple hundred feet away,
makes
there's no oxygen for the smell to travel through, so you'd have to be in another pocket of atmosphere. You know what I mean?
Okay, I see.
Yeah. But in your immediate like 200-300 foot area, you can't smell anything.
I guess you can't say you're really smelling for loot. That's pretty ambiguous. That's not a...
Smelling for loot.
I smell it right there.
Taking a big whiff.
You smell various metals.
Open your eyes. We're in a great wasteland here. Rowan, what are you looking for?
I mean, I feel like most of the party is going to be looking like on a y-axis. So I kind of want to look up and down. They're looking like outside. I want to look up and down and see if there's anything I see that way. Just kind of away from everyone else.
Yeah. Give me just a second. Setting up.
There's 32 astral dreadnoughts here.
You all explode.
10 feet above us, but nobody looked up.
You all die.
Where'd the sun go? Yeah. Where'd the sun go?
You see a giant Clarence right there.
Well, look who it is. You forgot about me.
Oh god.
I've become something much greater now.
You can call me by my real name,
So-
Orcus.
You guys spend some time kind of navigating carefully through this salvage, not hitting anything. You eventually come on this area that's like this huge, small planet-sized rock, and it seems like a lot of this trash seems to like adhere to the side of this asteroid. And as you guys get close enough, you're all able to kind of jump a good 100 feet through the atmosphere onto this rock. And this is where you guys land.
Big walk.
Is this Guardians of the Galaxy?
Dang, look at this vehicle
Look at the little
that I know nothing
boom,
about.
boom. There's lots of metal.
Yeah, you guys see
boy.
tons of ships, all kinds of mechanics everywhere.
Accomplished
You guys do
crazy.
see some kind of small craft next to you, some kind of vehicle.
Beep boop beep
I
beep
want to
boop
go.
boop.
I want to go look like in here because it looks like it was split apart right here. I want to see what's in here.
You go look in there with your smell perception from earlier. I will say that there are signs that like people were alive here at one point.
Like long ago, or like can't tell.
I don't think you can tell.
Okay.
Not recently, but I don't think you can tell anything beyond that.
Do I get anything on my alert?
Not particularly at the moment.
No, nothing like dangerous around me.
Yeah. Well, this is also far from your favored terrain. I don't believe.
Oh, do I only have that in my favorite train? Maybe you're right.
Let me check to be sure.
I'm also gonna look.
Like there could be some really useful things here if it's all safe and dandy. We won't explore.
Yeah, well,
the
traveling for an hour or more in your favored terrain, you gain the following benefits.
Cool.
Yeah.
Never mind then.
So
Honestly,
not right
Can I
now.
look
You're not
around
in the
then,
city.
I guess?
Yeah, you look
From
around.
alert.
You don't see anything out of the ordinary, particularly at the moment. Besides, again, what Orion saw, the fact that at some point it seemed like there were people here, and it seems like I will say with your sight, it seems like everything was just kind of dropped. It seems like these people didn't like pack up and leave. These people just stopped being here.
I cast detect magic.
Guys, you may want to take a look at this.
Oh my god. Yeah, you can cast detect magic. You start ritually casting the spell. There's a decent amount of like latent magic here. Like a lot of these vehicles have some magical ability in them. It's not like active, but they seem to run off of some amount of magic paired with mechanics. There's nothing super active here though. There's not like any strong magical sources here.
Well, that's good.
Something doesn't feel right.
Is that like your intuition, your gut feeling? What's going on?
Why is it so dead? How did it get like this?
I don't know. It's a junkyard. It's probably just junk. I would assume. That's what I hope anyway.
Can I spawn Ember and just fly up and see if there's anything just kind of around us? Just get a scope there.
Ember would choke to death in a couple seconds when you left the atmosphere.
I didn't mean like that high. I meant like,
no,
you mean
there's
it's
a
like
small
short?
like 10, 15 foot atmosphere here.
Not
And,
anymore.
like, if you went out of that, you would lose gravity. Yeah.
Okay. Can I just like Alright, never mind. I don't do shit.
Is this some of the technology you were looking for, Fi?
I mean, it could be as long as it all looks like it could be fixed. We could at least take scrap because, there's a lot of metal in here. And scrap could be useful.
Yeah, can I just rummage like a raccoon?
Like salvage, like some of the I think this is a vehicle or some kind of machinery. Could be.
I
I mean, if
salvaged
we
from
can
parts.
find like a vehicle we could fix up, that'd be pretty good too, probably.
It would. I don't know. Ryan really wouldn't know what to look for, like what's considered fixable or not.
Yeah, I like to raccoon rummage if that's possible.
Yeah. You can go ahead and roll me an Anybody who wants to search around can roll me an investigation check. Metal, if you want to check out these vehicles, you can roll a Tinker's Tool check with advantage, and see if you can tell if any of them are salvageable.
Ooh, 18, not bad.
Bro.
Oh no, never. I was gonna use to roll on an advantage, but if I did get 23.
So, none of you really see anything. Rowan, you don't find anything of value for sure. It seems like the people who lived here didn't have much of anything of value to begin with. Again, it's a junkyard, but you do notice things like rotten food sitting on plates, like things where, again, it's like when these people left, it was not a planned thing.
Are they metal plates? Are they glass?
They're like a small. They're like a plastic.
I steal them.
You steal them?
Oh yeah, I take the plate.
Can I tell what the food
Rotten
is?
food and all.
Oh
Yeah,
no,
they're
not the food. I don't care about the
They're
food.
covered in rotten food and not washed. The food is rotten.
It's very much a dirty dish. It's a dirty dish.
There's some maggots on there, you know.
Mm.
If there were living creatures here, there'd definitely be maggots, but it's rotten to the point where it's wet. It's solid food that is now a soup.
Fine,
Rowan
I don't
said,
take
"Mm,
fucking
delicious."
plates. Rowan is
I
an
mean, if you want to
omnivore,
take them,
so, yeah.
I would want to know how you're gonna clean them and sanitize them and not get some kind of disease from trying
I
to
do
use
have-
them later.
I do have something that gives me infinite water, so that is kind of a thing, but it's fine. I don't take the plates.
I mean, they're
You
just
don't
plastic
disinfect
plates.
things with water.
What?
You don't disinfect.
Yeah, that wouldn't
things with water.
disinfect them. You
What
would
the-
you would catch mega AIDS
Bye.
later.
Miss
Oh,
Deaton
God.
is here.
She left.
She said, "I actually hate all of y'all. Bye bye."
Done. Fi on a 23. The smaller little cylindrical vehicles you don't think are salvageable. They seem completely fried. Most of the mechanics seem burnt out. The large red one right here, you think you could maybe work on if you could get it back to the ship.
I think this one right here could be fixed. I think it's possible.
Let's bring it back to Moya.
Okay. So I would normally make you roll, but between their barbarian and Adam and Rock,
And Clay.
yeah, and Clay and everyone helping, moving it is not really an issue. Everybody roll me a perception check.
Oh Jesus Christ!
Rock
Is it
being
with
the
sight?
weakest out of all of them is crazy.
No, it's hearing.
Oh, my.
Yeah, Rock is the weakest out of all.
Delicious. I didn't see or hear shit.
Oh, that was with
That
advantage.
was a rough roll for Orion.
My perception's real bad.
All right. Eugeo and Valmoria, you are both standing there watching these guys start to push this vehicle back, and you see from the small line of sight you have Sammy from his deck frantically waving his sword at you.
Guys, we should look at Sammy. Sammy's trying to let us know something.
Guys, I think Sammy's trying to say something.
I'll look directly up.
You guys can't hear him because he's through a different atmosphere on his ship. He's waving frantically, and as you guys turn to look at him, you all hear as the asteroid that you're on starts to shake.
Oh my.
Hey guys, remember that the one time when I said running's a good option? It's probably one of those things we should think about doing right now.
Let's go.
Let's get out of here, guys.
All right. So they're gonna keep trying to move the ship with them. Make some rolls for them.
Can I teleport objects with me with Dimension Door?
No,
Ah.
especially not one that size. So Zanzos is gonna go into a rage, and then Rock is gonna do the same thing.
So is Clay. I angry.
Hi, Angie.
I'm hungry.
No, but
Starts
Clay's
eating
gonna
it.
cast haste on himself.
He's gonna start eating this thing.
Oh my goodness! Wait, can I prepare as well?
Well, I think they're doing it to move it faster. not
They're
to-
doing this to move that
Oh.
vehicle in time. I mean, if anybody
Oh.
wants to join in to help to make it a little bit quicker,
Yes,
That's fine.
Please.
but basically, so how it's going to work is I'm going to roll a d4, and that's the amount of rounds that you guys have to get this done. You guys have to meet a collective number. So anybody that wants to help can do so, but it means that if you guys run out of rounds and you're all doing this, you have to deal with whatever happens. Right? Anybody who's not helping can just dip back to the ship immediately. If you want to stay, if you're here when the rounds run out, you have to deal with the situation. Right? Make sense?
Would I get much of a bonus for doing it in my were-tiger form than just my regular?
Yeah, you're a large creature, so you have advantage on strength and athletics checks for like moving and pushing and pulling objects.
Okay, then I'll go to my were-tiger form and help him.
Gotcha.
Rowan would like to walk away.
Is there like
All right, Rowan.
Flash of Genius thing? Could I
Oh,
do that?
there's
to help
the
him
other
out?
two. Okay, so we're gonna pause right here. I want you guys to get the other two up to speed before we do this.
Basically,
We'll get on this.
So,
Talk to him. I'm on
Gabe's
Discord call.
delivery driver.
You
didn't
joined
give
at the
him his
perfect
food.
time.
Oh yeah, so we got to start all the way at the beginning. My food did not arrive.
I have the greatest shoes. Basically, we just left the campus. We teamed up with Skeleton Sammy. We agreed that he
Yeah,
can
we
take
have to
50
find
or
him.
40% of the loot. Then Fi was like, you know where some of the good stuff is, and he took us to this little like wasteland yard place dump, and we're on an asteroid thing right now. And this red car looking thing, the motorcycle, we're trying to move it back to the ship because we think it's fixable. And then Skeleton Sammy was waving his sword at us, and the asteroid we're on is moving right now. So,
We also
Probably
did
trying to
study.
run.
yeah, and we studied.
And you're raging, by the way, Rock.
Yeah,
Right
you're,
now.
you're very, very.
You're in rage.
Yeah, to try and move this thing.
And Rowan is
Um,
walking away. I double down.
Okay.
Um,
So yeah, what I'm gonna do now, for you two that just joined, I'm about to roll a d4, and that's the amount of rounds you guys have to get this thing back onto the ship. With the amount of people helping you right now, the people working on it are Adam, Rock, Zanzos, the other party's Barbarian, and Orion in his Were-Tiger form. And Clay as well. So you guys have a good amount of people on it. It's just a pretty heavy object. So, okay, you
I
guys
could
have
like use the
three.
Flash of Genius too if I need to. Right?
Yes. You can use that to get to like add to anyone's roll, and it would just add to the collective. So you guys have 3 rounds. Roll 3.
can I turn into a cave bear and help them push?
Sure. That would be fine too. You'd also get advantage on the check. Okay. So you guys are going to have to. Oh, go ahead.
Christian. Yeah, I know. But she said this is my sister, bro.
I don't think he was talking to us.
Oh, okay.
Bad racist shit.
It's all good.
I'm sorry. I'm gonna
So
apologize.
we're gonna have to get a piece of paper for this.
Sorry as fuck. They were like, right?
Okay, so I have a collective number everybody has to hit to get this thing back into the ship. You guys could maybe do it in one turn if you all roll really well, but you have 3 turns to do this. I'm not going to tell you the number, but everybody who's helping will need to roll an athletics check, and if you have advantage, you will roll with advantage. So I will roll for Zanzos. Rock, you will roll with advantage. Orion, you will roll with advantage. Valmoria, you will roll with advantage. Clay is going to roll with advantage. So basically, everybody's rolling with advantage. And we'll do it one at a time. So Rock, roll me.
I got some questions.
go for it. Yes, you guys have had a long
Okay.
rest. You're at 0 levels of exhaustion. You don't got to worry about that. Yeah, you're back at 0.
Okay, I was going to double check that because I always
Yeah,
went that too in the last session. Yeah. Alright. Okay, what the fuck? I just killed myself. Give me a second. Okay.
My bad.
Advantage. And then yours is strength,
Athletics check with advantage.
athletics check. Athletics. I gotcha.
I'm ready. I'm ready.
I'm witty.
3
I'm ready. Emotion.
Oh my.
Ooh, natural 20.
Way to go, Rock.
Big.
Let's go.
Valmoria, go ahead and roll me 2d20 separately. And then whatever your let me open the cave bear stat because I think they get a bonus to advantage as well.
KK.
Here we go. Cave bear. It's 5 plus proficiency, which is +3. So you're gonna get a +8 to this roll. So you need to roll 2d20, and you're gonna add 8 to the higher one.
Yeah.
Huh?
27. So 19 plus 8 is 27. Jesus. Zanzos is gonna roll. Let me open up his sheet. Come on, big boy.
That's a dub.
25. Clay is gonna roll. Clay gets
Y'all making me nervous, Orion. He's not used to seeing all these strong people.
Yeah. I might not help.
I
Might
blow
not
you a
have
kiss
help.
from the ship.
No, I get
To help
double
you out.
advantage.
so it's +9. Clay got a 21.
Slay for Clay.
Orion, go ahead and roll me an athletics with advantage. I believe it's the same in your weretiger and human form.
Yeah. Peep this one. Oh, hold on. Not ISP.
ISP, what are you doing here?
SB, where did you come from?
Push
21.
ISP, push.
And Fire is gonna flash of genius someone, right?
Yeah.
So that is +5. Okay. And no one else is helping, correct?
I'm helping. I'm helping. I'm helping.
Now I want to say for everybody that helps, the DC goes up a little bit.
Ooh, I'm not helping. I'm not helping.
Okay.
I'm not-
So yeah, there's a trade-off. More people help, the higher the DC is, but the more chance to roll high.
What do you, what
I think we
I
rolled
asked,
pretty well.
I ask if they need help.
No, I
Let me
think
add
we
all these
rolled
up real
pretty
quick.
well.
Nah, I think we got it, Buki.
All right.
I'm gonna take the kiss that Rowan blew me, and I'm gonna kind of underhand throw it back to you, Gio. We go pass it around.
I hit the woe.
Okay.
You throw it back to
Grand
Rock.
total.
Rock hits the road.
With a grand total of 127. I'm gonna go ahead and say that in one turn, you guys are able to get that ship. You guys basically push it to the edge and then get underneath it and just fling it onto the deck of your ship straight
It
up.
was way
Oh.
too easy.
We're so
Jeez.
slay, guys.
Oh.
Congratulations, guys.
It kind of lands rough, but it is on your ship now. It is good to go. You guys all leap back over, and what's the move as you guys hop back onto your ship?
Well, that was pretty wicked. Let's get out of here,
My
right?
skeleton Sammy, does he know what we're on? Does he know what that is?
Yeah.
Like, what happened?
What was that?
He looks over and he goes, I'll explain later. We need to go now.
Okay, let's listen to the
listen
guy
to
who's
him.
done this
Yeah,
before.
let's get
Let's
out.
We gotta go.
leave.
We gotta go.
Throw it in reverse. Let's go.
All right, so
As fast
Valmoria,
as
you
you can in the
immediately
opposite
you're just
direction.
taking all the ship actions to gun it.
We just going. One,
Okay.
2, 3, go.
So you guys
Pedal
whip
to
it
the
around.
floor.
You guys are going so fast that you're pulling Sammy's ship because you're going faster than he does. So you guys are just fucking whipping through. About 12 seconds later, you guys all hear a huge crunching sound as a like, and you turn around and you see out from in inside of the asteroid, a single eye pops out and a huge mouth, and it starts eating one of the ships that's passing by. There was a dreadnought inside of the asteroid.
Oh my
Oh, good
god.
golly, Miss
See, look
Molly.
at that. That was a good lesson on
Okay,
running.
So they can hide inside of the
Sammy,
asteroid?
when you guys are far enough
Turn
away,
around.
he calms over and he's like, someone had mentioned they thought that a dreadnought had laid an egg in there a while back, but I had never seen it in all my visits. Hadn't come up till now, but you guys were there and I started to see its tail kind of poke out and we needed to leave.
Yeah, a good call.
Thank you, Sammy.
Well, I think we got what
Did
we
you get
needed.
what you were looking for?
Well, we got like a little vehicle thing.
I own 40% of that.
All right.
Do you want us to cut it in half, or do you want to sell it?
Well, it wouldn't be in
Like
half,
2 days
it'd
a
be-
week.
We
2
can-
days a week.
2 days a week.
Okay.
Make it 1.5.
I want it 2 days a week, and I'm flexible on that. If you need it for something, that's cool. I just want to drive it sometimes.
Oh, let me go out of my way.
It is pretty sick, I will be honest.
Thank you for saving us, Sammy. Greatly appreciate it.
Because I'm sure you might have been okay.
You don't.
I don't know,
you
man,
don't
we've
say
heard a
that
lot
with of
about these-
confidence.
These astral
I said
dreadnought
might
things.
have.
Yeah, they seem a little tough, so might have is,
Yeah, the best bet is to not fight them. But
yeah,
When,
we learned that.
when you're around for a while, you pick up some tricks. I use bone shards in my cannons. Hurts them a little worse.
Sammy, you wouldn't happen to know where like any of those other of those are, so we can avoid them, right?
I mean, I'm aware of some nesting grounds, but they travel freely, so there's always a chance you'll run into one.
Ah, well, I guess we'll just avoid those places you do know.
Yeah, it's safest way to do it. There's no surefire way to be safe, but your ship's pretty fast, so I don't think we'll have much issue as long
Yeah,
as we
you did
don't
just
try
saw
and
that,
fight
right?
them. Yeah, pretty fast.
I'm sure we could make it go faster if we really tried.
Well, that's cool. Just, make sure you still have the capability to brake.
Don't
That's a
worry,
good
I'm
point.
an excellent driver, Sammy. Don't worry.
Somewhere is drifting through space. Tokyo drifting.
You're breaking the speed limit.
That's how we have to
Astral
activate our
cop.
hyperdrive.
You know why I pulled you over today?
Who,
No,
me?
officer, I don't. Mm-mm. Who, me?
We're going Mach 6 and a Mach 3.
I'm just a girl, officer.
Hey,
I'm just a
right?
girl.
Put
Oh.
Clay in the driver's
I just think
seat.
of some like big hippo dude with like a cop stash. It's a little notepad.
I could see it.
Have Clay in the driver's seat and just have him stare at him and drool.
Mama drive.
Mama drive.
Mama
Clay says,
drive.
I am a sovereign citizen.
Excuse me, good
I
sir.
know my rights.
It would be in the engine
No,
room
I am
souping it up so we
filming
could get a
this,
good
sir.
escape. Well,
I'm filming.
He's holding his phone. Yeah, just holding
Clay
his cell
would.
phone.
You know what? He would film. He would do that.
And as soon as
This
he
is
walks
for
away,
my safety.
he just goes back to his dub as soon as he walks away.
for a split second, you see his reflection in somebody who looked like Burger Andy.
Clay, I didn't know you
Oh
could
man,
talk.
what a
Talk.
legend! So you guys make it back onto your ship. You have this new spacecraft you're pretty unfamiliar with. Fi, you look at it, and it is artificer technology. It's just an artificer who is much more versed in technology than magic.
Jeez, I could probably
Yeah, there's
figure it
like
out.
there's signs of arcane runes on this, and it needs magic to run, but it also uses like an organic fuel. It also like is a lot more mechanical in that sense.
Could be good, guys. This could be good.
You do notice it has a weapon system.
Could be extra good, guys.
I'll say on a first glance, you don't know exactly what it does. If you had to guess, it's basically particle cannons.
Ooh. I don't know what that is, but it sounds cool.
I don't like that.
It
glimmer.
destroys matter at a molecular level. Like it has two lasers mounted on the front that like when they hit like elements or organic material, it destroys it at an atomic level.
Hey, Fi, you think you can make me a sword that does that?
I mean, that might take a bit.
It's just a lightsaber. At that point, you just be building a lightsaber.
Yeah, I might have to make some like advancements in technology for that request, but I'll think about it.
Oh, right. Yeah, I mean, I'll be able to help you if you need it all.
Well, I mean, I'm sure you could find some way to be helpful.
I'll like hold the flashlight for you if you need me to.
Yeah,
yes,
yeah.
there is a air vehicle proficiency. Yes,
How does one go about getting that?
practice and training.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
It would take a few
You gotta
weeks
hit the
to a month.
simulations.
It would take a few weeks to a month of practicing, training with a pilot, something like that.
Valmoria did it first try.
Okay, did y'all make sure
Yeah.
there's no chiefs?
Well,
in here?
Valmoria doesn't have a proficiency in any maneuver checks. Like, she won't add a proficiency bonus. None of you will, because you don't have it yet.
Now are we going to that evil guy?
But
or
you
we-
guys could also spend some time training with Sammy, and he could help you guys learn how to captain ships.
Play Sammy.
I mean, that's his whole thing. He's a captain, so
The gift that keeps on giving.
it's true. So you guys narrowly get away, back out of space, away from the salvage yard. You feel like you could go back at some point because what the thing that you did see was on the smaller end of what you expected. It looked pretty young. It looked like it had just hatched.
It was a training exercise. I knew it was going to happen the whole time.
A little baby.
Yeah, little guy, and he probably won't be there for long. He'll probably slither off into space soon and go find food somewhere. So
Destroy some people.
yeah, you guys can probably go back at some point and check it out. But now that you guys have that, you have Skeleton Samuel on your side. Where are you going next? I don't know.
This is
I
a
guess
good one,
Fi, do you
what's,
want to run your idea to go visit Namtar by the two that weren't here?
Oh yeah, I know we're thinking about visiting someone named Namtar. He's kind of a psychopath, but he's really smart. But I mean, if you have any qualms against the whole biogenetic stuff, probably let us know now.
No, it sounds good to me. I'm down.
Okay.
So what are we meeting him for?
Oh, he might know things that we don't, so we don't die. But he's also gonna probably ask for something in return. It probably won't be good either.
That's not
Oh.
too good.
Can we not make deals with that? Possibly.
Well, I will say, Fi, you know what Namtar can offer you specifically. He can offer you star charts so you can navigate this place much more safely. He can offer you all genetic modifications so you become physically immune to the effects of like space and deep space, tormented space. All those issues go away. What else?
We could also just deal with him after.
I'm down. I'm totally
Hey, well. I like Orion. I
Oh,
like
and the
what you
most
say.
important thing, Fi, is he can give you everything you need to finish a starburst drive, like now.
So yes, he's a dick. I don't like him either. But he could pretty much give us everything, so we could guarantee our success on this mission.
I think it's worth a visit.
Yeah, let's see what it is. I concur. Hey, wait.
Alright. So you guys want to start heading to where you think Namtar might be?
Let's do it.
All right. So, Fi, go ahead and roll me a history check with advantage.
Okay, boss. Once I find it. There it is.
25. Yeah, you know that his hideout is moving and everything like that. You know that it's generally hard to find, obviously, because it's never in one place. But you do know that if you have heard at least that if you travel with you can put out a constant signal on your comm system, basically saying you're looking to trade. And if you do so, there's a good chance you'll eventually come across him, because most of his commerce is through trading with passing ships, because he's not allowed in civilized places. So you guys think that if you just put out a signal that you're looking to trade, within a few hours he'll probably find you.
So, funny little idea. We probably won't be able to find him, but we can make him find us. Put in a little alarm here. He'll just come to us eventually.
Let's go for it.
do it. Let's do it.
All right. So you put out the signal. You guys, I'll say you put out the signal. You spend a couple hours taking care of the ship. You guys get everything in order. Get a better understanding. Talk to Sammy for a little while about his recommendations on how to run the ship and everything like that. He does say that because you guys' ship is so big that it should be a deterrent for a lot of people. You shouldn't get attacked by like smaller forces. But even then, always be prepared, and that you guys should allot who's going to go where before you get to your first battle. You should figure out who's going to man the cannons, who's going to go where when the battle starts, so there's no hesitation. He says, because he tells you as a pirate, if your crew's going to get destroyed, it's going to be in the first 20 seconds. So he kind of imparts some of that wisdom on you guys. After,
ask Sammy
go ahead.
something.
Yeah, go for it.
Hey Sammy, do you have like any sawdust you don't mind handing over?
He looks around and goes, hey, I believe we do. We keep it on board because there's nowhere to dispose of it out here.
Yeah. I mean, if you don't mind, like, we can take it off your hands if you don't want it. I mean, most people's
Alright.
pretty worthless.
All right. He commands a couple of skeletons to go down. He brings probably 8 full-size barrels of sawdust out.
Now we're talking.
Oh God.
What are we talking about?
What are you gonna do with it?
Yeah, what do
We're just gonna store it for now, but we're gonna keep it on hand.
You
Keep it
just
ready.
Keep it under the ship.
Yeah.
All right. So you have it moved downstairs just in case. I mean, I know what you're gonna use it for, but I didn't know if you wanted to prep either of the bots or anything yet.
Actually, hold on. Yeah, let's put some in both the bots.
He inhaled
Okay.
some of it.
So
No, I
you
just
guys
drank
watch
water
as
wrong.
he opens up Adam Splasher's chest cavity and lays him on the ground, and he starts filling his chest cavity full of sawdust. He takes a smaller barrel and inserts it inside of like Homer's chest cavity. And then he takes fuses and runs them into the chest cavities of the robots, and runs them off of the robots to be lit.
Good.
Oh. Okay.
What are you
It
doing?
shall be glorious if it ever has to happen. It might not, but if it does.
Yeah. In the real world, I don't know if you guys have ever seen what sawdust does when you light it on fire, but it's insane.
No idea.
Oh, I've seen. It's
Yeah,
pretty cool,
and
especially
it's the
like
same
with
with like
cloud up.
grain. Yeah, it's like napalm. It's like airborne napalm. It's insane. But yeah, he fills his robots full of sawdust and basically turns them into bombs.
That's pretty fucking cool. I was thinking the same thing too. Like we could use the sawdust as like a fire cloud. Honestly,
Fine, won't you be a little
Yeah.
sad if it comes to that?
what the fuck?
I can just rebuild him. We'll be fine. And Homer is really easy.
His class ability, there's literally no punishment for this. He can just summon another Steel Defender the next day. There's literally no negative.
It'd be the exact same.
As fuck. You're
Yeah.
like, oh, you're trash.
Eventually, he becomes
you know.
conscious.
Yeah, flavor-wise, it'll be just him repairing them, but like the next day, Adam Splash would be back. It wouldn't be an issue.
Right now, we have some funny little bombs with us.
R.I.P. Nazareth, you would have loved the bombs.
Maybe we shouldn't keep them.
You would have loved it.
They're
in
bombs.
vital areas.
All right.
Don't worry, it'll be fine.
I will say the wicks and stuff are well hidden. It's not like nobody would be able to tell that they're filled with explosives at first glance. No one. If I thought this out well enough, these are completely enclosed robots that he has hollowed out for this purpose, but it is not visibly apparent.
Secret bomb.
These are, in fact, bombs now. But they're not as dangerous as regular bombs until, you set them off, of course. And they're very dangerous. You wouldn't want to be near it.
Yeah. And I think you have an option on how you would want to use them. You could either just like blow them up as a whole, or you could have them open their chest cavity and like throw a cloud out into an area. I mean, we did talk about what Homer could do with it because he can fly. So
Yeah.
Vietnam.
Yeah.
hey man, he hits another ship's mast. I mean, that's gnarly.
No.
I'm telling you, they had a catapult. We could just knock their asses straight at them. That's all I'm saying.
Anything else in the few hours before while you guys are waiting to get seen.
Are we going to make use of the advice the captain gave us about determining what position people take?
I think we should. We were prepared.
True.
Alright. So what's everybody going to do? If we get in a fight on the ship?
Should we have the Bullywugs man the cannons?
I should definitely be on a cannon. I believe.
Yeah, I vote pie on the cannon.
I think a ranger could also be fairly good on a cannon.
Yeah.
We should definitely have some of the tankier guys up on top deck if somebody ever comes up here.
I'll munch
That
up.
and what if we make a boarding party? Like, we got the rope and the grappling hooks. That's what I got them for, was so we can throw them on other ships or on our own ship if they get knocked off
I also have a harpoon.
and board them. We can make a fleet out here, honestly. If I think about it.
Oh wait, that's wrong.
We kind of like already do with our Skeleton Sammy crew.
No
Well,
kidding.
We're still gonna have to have people attuned to the different like sails and stuff, right? Well, if we want to move while we're fighting.
Yeah, I mean, there will be 3 people attuned to the ship, and they will all have to make respective checks as things happen to the ship. So the people who are on those positions are important, I will say.
Well, I don't know. There's a ton of cannons, so I think we're probably might need more than 3.
You guys have 300 cannons. You could not man them all if you wanted to.
Oh, yeah, let's not have them all active.
Your ship is a galleon. It's a 4-deck ship.
A lot of canyons.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think we put all the Bullywugs on a cannon. We put
You guys also
Plus
have
we
rear
have-
and you guys also have rear and aft cannons and all that shit. Like all the works, all of it.
alright. Do we have like different size cannons? Because I say we man like the biggest
I will
cannons.
say no. Most of the cannons are the same, mainly because they're just old. Like Fi had to do some work on them to soup some of them up. So they're generally the same. With a little bit of work, you guys could get some like larger, piercing cannons and stuff.
Okay. I was just wondering if we had different size cannons.
He has modified some of them to be able to shoot explosives and grenades and stuff already, though.
I say we arm those up first, and then if we have any leftovers, we round up the rest of the cannon.
I think he did 3 of them that now are modified to shoot explosives.
Go first. Yeah.
Trying to think
I don't
of
even
what
know
other
if anyone
positions
else
there are.
has explosives with them.
And so I got the Alchemist Fire.
I'm cooking dinner.
You're just cooking
Yeah, I'm just
for
cooking.
35 people.
What
Yeah.
you cooking?
What's,
That's a good
Chicken.
question. What does Yu-Gi-Oh make for 35 people?
what's looking good cooking?
Just a bunch of rotisserie chickens.
Just a whole rotisserie cow.
They have
There
like
you go.
Costco logos on there that he covered up.
Yeah.
Can I have
Gobs.
mashed potatoes?
I just give her a potato on a plate.
I do want Fi to be like looking at his new acquirement,
Looking at what?
looking at his new toy that he acquired.
Yeah. It's a very interesting thing. Again, I don't think you understand the full mechanics of it. I think you can look at it and be like, okay, well, this seems to work with that. I think it'll take a little bit of time for you to work on a good while, unless you get some real crazy rolls, which is possible. But I think you also know that this thing is far more deadly than most of the crafts in your world.
Mm.
And you think that this thing goes really fast. Like,
Ooh.
really, really, really fast.
I
Like,
think we may have got
for
ourselves.
scale, I'm going to say in a mathematical term, about 5 times faster than Moya.
Oh, okay. It's pretty fast.
Like to hear.
You know what you're doing, Vi?
Yeah, so in a turn,
I will
the
eventually.
the ship straight up on a full move turn has 2,500 feet of movement.
Whoa. Okay.
Oh,
Nah.
good lord.
So yeah, we may have got ourselves like some sort of futuristic super weapon here.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty cool. Excited to learn about that.
I'm excited for you. You know, I hope you have a good time with it.
I think
Well-
we all will.
There's also 3 seats in it.
Dibs.
There's a pilot seat and then 2 gunners because the particle cannons operate separately.
Amara, you know how to shoot anything?
Yeah.
Any dex based, anyone with firearms proficiency and who's dex based would be good.
I don't know how to shoot, but I can learn.
Yeah. Well, everyone's kind of been practicing guns anyways.
I'll take it back. I don't want it. All right.
Yeah. A lot of you guys don't have the proficiency yet, but with enough time, I'm sure you'll all pick it up.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
It may take a while for us to fix, but once it's fixed, we're gonna be flying, literally.
What do we?
I don't really know.
Nothing
the
like an
positions on a
impending
boat
space
that
battle.
well. I can't really say where Orion would go. He'd go wherever he's needed, I guess.
I will say too, weirdly enough, it works out perfectly because the Bullywugs and Randall, they finished the deck in the bottom of the ship, and it's the perfect like docking place for this.
Look
Hell
at
yeah. We got ourselves here a flying base. We're pretty cool, honestly.
Pretty cool.
All right. Anything else in this amount of time you guys are waiting or no?
Mm, I'm good.
Maybe just like check around the ship, make sure everything's going right with the.
Yeah. I mean, from what you're
Okay.
seeing, it seems like you guys outran, the little baby dreadnought, and you guys are doing fine. I mean, the Bullywugs seem to have a decent understanding of like the basic needs of the ship, moving stuff around, making sure ropes are supplied and everything is like tarred correctly, that kind of thing. The other party, I mean, they've been on they had a much smaller ship, but they had their own spelljammer at one point, so they're pretty familiar. Like everybody's kind of doing their part. I mean, it's a big ship, so having this many people makes it a lot easier. Even though the ship only takes 3 people to move it, it does take a substantial amount of people to run it effectively. So for the most part, everyone's pretty focused in.
Can I check for any stowaways?
Yeah, go ahead and roll me an investigation check.
Could I smell?
Can I hide from him? Can I play hide and seek and just try to like scare him and hide from him?
Could I smell him or no? If we did.
Yeah, you can roll a perception with advantage, and then Rowan, you can roll a stealth if you
Hell
want to try
yeah.
and hide.
I'm gonna check with him. What do I roll? Just investigation.
Yeah, be an investigation. 17, 22. Man, I mean, you find Rowan.
Shit.
He's in a box.
No, I want to. Can I?
I
Like,
think
shoot-
the weird part is you saw him on the top deck, and then you walked downstairs, but he was in the box downstairs by the time you got there. I think
And then
that's the
can I
weird
like
part.
walk back up and he's just up there again?
Yeah, he's on the top deck again. You're like,
Oh,
oh,
Joe, fine.
yeah.
I think he might have been listening to my grandpa a little too much.
But you don't find anyone. You look around. I mean, on a 22, I'll say like there are signs, like on the lower decks of people moving stuff around. But there's 35 people on the
Yeah.
ship. It could be anyone, and you can't attribute that being somebody who's not supposed to be here. It is a big ship, though. You look for a while and you don't find anyone. You don't smell anything odd, anything like that. But it is a large ship, so who knows?
Well, I guess I'll stay off it then. I just thought I'd check, and then I found out.
Yeah,
Rowan's a
not a bad thing.
wizard.
I mean, it is ship protocol to run rounds every now and then and make sure. So
I'm sure
I,
he's doing that all the time.
Is there like a crow's nest or like a really
Yeah, of
high
course.
point? Which,
it's
can I
not
just
really
ban
showed
that, I
here.
guess?
Because, yeah, I'd say it's not really showed here because it would be kind of obstructed. But there's masts all the way up and down the ship, and there's a
Since I
crow's
have
nest.
my eye, I feel like
Yeah.
I would be the most proficient. 'Cause I can see like
Yeah,
what
you-
300 yards or something like that.
It's
Let me
I think the
check.
range on it it's 120 or something, but it's still pretty far.
Let me check. What
Yeah.
the fuck is it? Yeah, I'll find it. But yeah.
So yeah, you guys wait for a couple hours, just kind of working on the ship, getting things moving, heading, just kind of free floating, waiting. Eventually, you guys hear this kind of staticky sound on the comm, this kind of like, and this kind of weird like garbled voice comes over and says, "You are looking to trade."
Yeah.
Yes.
And Rowan, you would see this behind the ship in the distance, a few hundred feet away. Is this kind of smaller asteroid you see with like holes in the side? And you see light poking through. It seems to be propelled by engines that are implanted on like all sides of it. So as it spins, one engine will turn off and another one will turn on to keep it like spinning and moving in its general direction.
Is
Go ahead.
okay. Yeah, continue. No, I was just wanted to get more information, but continue.
No, go for it. Go for it. Ask.
Is there like people on it? Like, are there people manning it? Can I see that?
There doesn't seem to be anything external besides like the engines. It seems like an enclosed space. Like you see like little holes where like light is shining through from the inside to the outside. But there's nothing external again besides the mechanical parts.
Okay.
But as it approaches, you see the engines on the front, on the opposite side, start to like fire and kind of push it and slow it down a little bit. It comes up within a good like 60 feet of your ship, and you see this kind of weird extending platform shoot out and latch on to the side of your ship, and the door opens, and it's just nobody comes out. It's just a platform open for you guys to walk on.
Guys, you might want to take a look at this.
Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, I already used that
Yeah,
joke. But
I can see it. That's pretty obvious.
Okay.
can I just like take one more look around and see if there's anything else, and then head down if there's not?
Yeah, at the moment it just seems to be this asteroid. You don't see anybody else approaching. I mean, it's you guys and Sammy and his ships, but other than that, it's just you guys.
Alright, I'll head down and gather.
Gotcha.
I tell Sammy, like, keep an eye on things while we're in there.
Aye, aye.
I'm gonna walk up to Sammy, and I want to give him a signal. And if I use that signal, I want him to open fire on the asteroid.
Oh my.
Yes, well, what's the signal?
What should the signal be?
You blow him a kiss.
Yeah, if I blow you a
What?
kiss, Sammy, open fire.
Oh, you just do that randomly.
Oddly erotic, but all right. So do you guys head into this asteroid?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
Okay.
Let's go.
Come on,
So
my
all of
boy.
you head inside. From the other party, Inafira and Pelk, those are the only two that come with you. The rest stay on the ship to keep watching.
Can I be the tail end of like the entrance if we do?
Yeah,
like,
that's fine.
Let's go in a few.
So you guys all walk in together. You guys enter into this kind of like dark, dingy hallway, and you see the entirety of the inside of this asteroid is like layered with mechanicals and stuff. You see it's just hollowed out on the inside. So you walk through this hallway and you see pipes and fittings everywhere. Another door at the end that as you approach opens up as the one behind you closes as you all enter this chamber. It's a small kind of decompression moment as the oxygen re-enters the room and the second door opens and you all walk in, and there's a series of small rooms that you see again just as dingy, small, like flashing yellow and red lights on the walls everywhere. You see different pieces of technology that none of you recognize at all. You have no clue what it would do. Some of them are like weird and curved in ways that you don't recognize. Some of them look semi-organic. Some of them are throwing up like little hologram pictures of different like anatomical diagrams and things like that. There's a couple of chairs that seem to have like bindings on the wrists and the legs with these like head pieces that go over the top. And you're all just standing in this room for a moment. There does not seem to be anybody in here. Is there anything you're doing in this room as you're here alone?
Can I just investigate it real quick? Just
Yeah.
round.
Go ahead and roll an investigation.
Roll 1, 2.
Gotcha.
I would like to roll one as well.
Go for
God
it.
damn, these rolls are crazy.
Yeah, on a 27 or 29, you guys look around. You don't. The first thing you notice is there is nothing loose to be stolen. Everything here is lab equipment. And even if you don't understand what it does, both of you deduce immediately that you're in some kind of crazy fucked up lab.
Oh god.
Or he just kind of goes, yeah, that checks out. That honestly makes sense.
I look at Fire and I'm like, is this your friend, your buddy?
I would not say friend, just somebody.
As you
that I
say
know
that,
of.
you hear a
Oh no.
as you see this huge figure, these backwards jointed legs, almost like a raptor of some kind, but furred, with like paws at the end, huge claws going up into these backwards jointed knees. He's got like 3 different joints on his legs, into these haunches at his hips. You see he's got like a humanoid torso with this like iron metal cage wrapped around his ribs and this weird like kind of latex suit underneath with all these tubes coming out. You see in his head he's got like this weird face of a jackal, but with these huge fleshy bat ears that are like open. And you can tell that he has like incredibly superhuman hearing and these giant golden yellow eyes, sharp teeth, and like no nose because it's like pushed up into his face and it's just 2 slits. And you see this huge animalistic creature kind of walk into the room. He's a good 9.5 feet tall. As he walks into the room, he's got these huge clawed hands and he goes, "I am not friends with him."
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
"What brings you here?"
Well, I have come to know that you might have information and stuff that could be pretty useful to us.
"My trade is information, yes."
Yeah, there's some like pretty scary things out there, and we'd like to avoid them if possible.
"So what is it you come in search of?"
Well, we've heard about those like astral dreadnought things, and we had a recent encounter with one. It's a little scary. We just don't really want to run into one like again, if possible.
"Well, that as a certainty is not possible, but there are ways to avoid them for the most part."
Yeah, that's kind of what we're looking for.
"What can you offer me?"
That's a good question because I'm kind of new to this group, so I don't really know what they have to offer. I just kind of look back at them.
Is there anything you want that you can see?
He thinks for a moment. He says, "Before I make my request, is there anything else you would like to add to the deal?"
I mean, there are like
I offer many services.
Like what?
Would he be smart enough to make me not go under like a rage in the full moon?
I don't think he can do anything about lycanthropy except take it away.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't want him to do that.
He could cure lycanthropy. He is someone that could do that.
No.
Yeah. He looks at you and says, "I can offer you genetic modifications to make you immune to the effects of space. I can offer you star charts to make your travels a bit safer. I can offer you the means to teleport vast distances in the blink of an eye."
These sound like very good things.
Yeah, we could add those to the deal. Yeah.
Yeah.
He kind of paces around the room for a moment, kind of runs his fingers over some of the equipment. You see one of the things, like one of these, curved, like spiky black instruments that he uses. He runs his finger over the top of it, and you see it slices his finger, and this weird, like orange blood comes out, and you see his finger almost instantly heals. He looks back at you and says, "Your ship. Where did you find it?"
Well, you see, we're investigating these individuals, and it was theirs, and we took it over.
That is it.
That is it.
Been
Do
like
you
a
understand the scientific importance of what you possess?
Why don't you elaborate?
Yeah.
I have spent my entire life crossing genetics, finding perfection. Creating a living ship is something I have attempted for many years.
and almost always the subjects collapse under their own weight. They die. They starve. What you possess is an anomaly.
And
I would like to know why your ship survived. And for that, I will need a piece of its neural cluster.
Oh.
Perhaps not.
Then, seems as if I can be of no service to you.
Oh.
How big of a piece do you need? And will
Whoa.
it cause her any harm?
Nothing to cause permanent damage. It will cause discomfort, I will not lie, but nothing that will harm her in the long run. Just enough genetic tissue to conduct my studies. But a mere handful for us, and at her size, it's negligible.
we gotta remember this is a her question too.
I agree. I think if she gives her permission, then it's fine.
Agree.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
Very well. If you would like to convene with your ship, I will wait patiently. After this deal is finished, if you would like, I have other wares for sale you may be interested in.
Ooh. You have a lightsaber?
Always
I'd like to look around. Yeah,
What's
I'll
what is
peruse.
a lightsaber?
He has some like crazy idea of like a blade
You
made
mean
of
a
Laser
flame?
sword. He pulls out a straight fucking lightsaber.
Oh yeah, exactly like that. That's exactly what he was talking about.
my God.
Do
Yeah.
Guys,
you have a
it's a
box?
I like
lightsaber.
look at it really closely to study it while he has it out.
Do you have
Yeah,
a box of
it is.
arrow?
I mean, it essentially is just light through crystal technology. Yeah, it's just a laser. It is just a laser sword. Yeah.
Do I have to make a roll, or do I just know that?
You can roll a Tinkerer's Tools check just straight to see if you roll a natural 20. I'll say you have a fucking Jimmy Neutron moment.
Okay.
Brain blast.
Oh.
Not a nat 20, still pretty good. You don't
Really
think
good.
you could replicate it, but you have a basic understanding that okay, he has some type of special crystal that he is running very powerful light through.
I just kind of scratched my chin. So I haven't figured it out yet.
He puts it away and he kind of bows and leaves you guys to walk around the room. He's got a lot of very interesting technology and things that you guys wouldn't expect and maybe would also not want to use. I mean, he doesn't have any more laser swords for sale. That's a him thing. That's he owns that thing. But he has some other things that are not necessarily magical items, but almost constitute torture devices. One of which is like a helm that when you put on somebody, it forcibly portrays their memories as like a projection, and it's very painful.
I've
He
heard of
has,
things like these before.
yeah. Would Five heard of things like?
Yeah.
I don't know because this is something that Namtar built. Maybe you kind of be aware of it as like part of his crimes. He's got that. He's also got like basically different genetic material from different races. For basically, you can buy genetic traits from other races, and he can implant them in you.
What kind of race are we talking?
Purple worms and
He's
goblins.
got
Implant
thousands.
goblin and
He's
implant
got
goblin.
thousands and races you've never heard of.
Sounds like a pretty big deal.
Damn, can I text you something? See if like we could make something work.
Sure, but I don't know if you guys have enough money to pay him. I mean, it's possible if you guys pulled off a smart trade or something that he could do some work for you, but this is very expensive work.
Should we ask
Genetic
the-
modification is very expensive.
Should we ask the ship in the meantime?
Yeah, let's go talk to
Yeah.
Moya.
Yeah. So you guys head back to Moya.
I feel like that's easy and hard at the
We'll
same
we'll
time. I
talk
don't
about
know.
that in a second. That's possible.
Yeah.
That might be possible.
Ooh.
You guys head back to Moya. How do you guys want to approach her about this?
I'll leave it to Valmori.
Guidance.
I want to go down to where we had talked the first time when me and Inafir were here, and I want to explain the situation to her that this guy we're gonna pay this guy potentially to help us, be safer out here when we're traveling, but in return, he wants a piece of your tissue to study because he's been trying to replicate what you are. And we told him we would not go through with it unless it was something that you were okay with. So regardless of what you decide, no one is going to feel any type of way about it.
There's a moment of pondering as she seems to be considering. Her thought process is a bit different than yours, so she takes a bit longer to think. As you're standing there, Inafira walks down in the room with you. As you're kind of waiting there, spending some time with Moya, waiting for her to deliberate. And Inafira walks up and she says, I had a question to ask you that I had thought of. I'm more than willing to work with this man and give him what he wants. My only concern is why he wants it. Not to say we shouldn't do it. I'm just curious why.
Well, let's see her decision, and before we tell him the decision, let's ask him about it.
I'm not necessarily worried about having to deal with him or some kind of moral dilemma, but if he becomes a problem for us later,
Yeah, no, I definitely can see that becoming an issue.
But
Good
just
idea.
something I wanted to bring up.
Yes, thank you for bringing it up.
Of course. And as you're sitting there, you feel Moya kind of telepathically into your mind. She says,
I will cede to the group decision. I do not enjoy pain, but my life before this was far less enjoyable. If this ensures everyone's survival, I would happily do it, but I leave the choice to you. You
Come on,
specifically.
Moya!
but she's not saying the party, she's saying you.
Oh, Jesus fucking Christ, Moya!
I could always blow a kiss to Sammy.
Hold on, let's think that through.
Just
before we
robbed him.
consider it.
Yeah,
Like, so-
I do want to say you guys also have no clue about Namtar's defense systems yet. You guys
The guy
have no
with the
clue how he has
lasers
to defend himself. Yeah.
There's thousands of species tissues. Yeah, I think.
This seems like the type of guy that might be able to take us down. So let's.
Can I ask him if he's Batman?
Yo, get the ash and the bomb. We just blow this bitch up right now.
You ask him if he's Batman. And he goes,
I have genetic material of a bat, yes.
I'm assuming you also have genetic material of a man. Have you put them together?
Many
No,
men,
because it needs
yes.
to be man.
So you're
Mini-man.
Batman.
Many men.
God damn it.
Bro, you said it.
The speakers just start playing in the lab.
Trump walks out.
So, I think, if you guys all want to deliberate on what you want to do.
Can I just say and talk to him about what you and I said? Because I have no say. I don't think Rowan would have a say.
There are races that could do that. It would be like with only a single genetic transplant, it would be like not a crazy amount, but some amount.
Would it affect my speed?
No, not yet.
Because it was
if you- if-
-5 because
If you underwent multiple of them, it would be possible, but it's also very expensive. Even one of them is going to cost you in the thousands of gold.
Okay. Can I get his phone?
It is
Can I ask him for his
really
phone number?
expensive. He does not have a phone.
Okay, DM. You're telling me this guy?
No, the only way to find this guy is to find him the way you found him. This guy is, again, banned from every plane of existence.
Okay, never mind. I walk away.
I mean, he's here. I mean, like, you guys will have the chance to find him. You guys know how to find him now, but texting him is not... He's not a texter, as you might imagine.
I'm busy right now.
Yeah, more of an AOL guy.
I'm at 3 a.m. You up? Question mark.
What about email?
I'm edging right now.
Perfection.
You've interrupted my goon session.
Goontar.
Can I ask Moya something else?
Sure.
Can I ask her, in the event he's trying to recreate her, would that be something she would be okay with being out there? If he made another ship or mimic based on her, would that be something else just with the past with all her kids?
I think you
and
get the feeling that she doesn't have an opinion on that because she doesn't necessarily understand what it entails. To her, she's just a creature.
Mhm.
She doesn't necessarily understand the concept that she's like in immense danger in the wrong people's hands.
Mhm.
So I don't think that she actually knows enough. She has enough perspective on it to actually have an opinion on that.
Mhm.
I think for her, it's like a she exists thing, and she would have no problem with others like her existing, but doesn't necessarily understand all the dangers that come with not because of her existence, but because of other people around them.
Mhm. Okay. I want to relay to the group what Moya told me about, her not really having an issue with it, and, about her life in the past, and she won't mind it now, but she wants to do what's best for the group, but left it up to
I think we could get an
me to
illusion
decide.
past him. What if we made an illusion?
On the rolls you guys got earlier, especially with the Mars investigation, just from looking at this dude's eyes, he has true sight.
Oh,
Always, all the time.
never mind.
Yeah, he can see invisible people, ethereal people, illusions, everything.
I mean, I think that giving it to him now is going to make it a problem for us later. But
There's
not
a
giving it to
chance.
him is going to make it harder for us now.
I also want to relay to them what Inafira brought up to me. Just seeing what his plans are if we were to give him.
Well, what I wanted to ask is, do you think he would even tell you his plans or his true plans?
Yeah, I feel like that's the main that keeps his plans close to his heart.
That cleric guy has the spell that makes him tell the truth. He used it
I
on me.
think that's gonna work on him.
Yeah, I don't think.
Well, just ask him.
I don't think he'd be down for that.
Why not? Be like, hey,
I
we're gonna
think
ask
he
you a
might be.
question. Yeah,
Could
I'm
ask-
like, we're not hiding anything.
Because we're here to trade, not to interrogate him.
Yeah, but he doesn't have to.
Yeah, that is true. He doesn't. We have no upper hand on him to force him.
We
to
do. He wants
Now,
a mimic ship.
this is something that none of you guys would know, but the cleric will speak up at this moment.
Oh.
What he says doesn't matter, but what I'm about to tell you does.
Oh.
I built these characters,
Mhm.
and I'm a min-maxer. I'm Cancer. I break every character I build in this game. So he's a cleric, but he has the metamagic adept feat, and he can subtle spell.
Oh.
Clicking.
So he can subtle spell a zone of truth. If
Can I distract him by doing a backflip?
Well, subtle spell gets around that completely. Subtle spell is the resource that makes it to where like the spell is just
Do one, do one.
untraceable.
Can I just do a backflip?
I mean, yeah, if you just want to roll in acrobatics to do a back, that is completely fine. Yeah.
Can I ask the cleric
let-
if it'd be okay?
Continue.
Oh no, you're good, Rowan. You can go.
Oh, no, it was stupid. I just wanted to like tap Amar on the shoulder and say, hey, watch this.
No, let's just drive.
Okay.
Natural one. No less.
Okay, 20. Yeah, that's a pretty good backflip. No, that's a
Nice.
pretty good
I
backflip.
dap him up.
I land.
That was a good. That was a good backflip. That was a good
Wait,
Appreciate
you know
it.
what? I'll be honest. That
Appreciate
was
it.
Can I do one? Can I do one?
I'm a little
Even the
impressed,
guy.
as you said.
Wow, that was
One
impressive.
way, the cleric looks at you and he says,
If it helps keep us safe, I'm fine.
I tell him thank you.
Skeleton Sammy. Oh, that was a good backflip, me boy.
What a talented acrobat.
Oh my god.
He may have
Back to my
advocated for
day.
terrorism one time, but boy can backflip.
May have beat up
Yo,
homeless
yeah.
people, but he can
Boy
do
can do
it.
it.
Yeah,
backflip.
one time.
Sammy also does a backflip and he got a 26.
Hey.
Hey, you know,
Yay!
you
how
can
we
do
did
a
it
pretty
back
good
in the
backflip
day.
too for this, Sammy.
Sammy, I
What's
didn't
weird
know
is
you
he's a skeleton, so like his torso doesn't move, his legs
Oh,
just
what
kind of
the
spin.
Just
Why don't
roll.
I-
Rowan, can you do that? That might hurt you a lot if you try that one.
Let me try, and I just like crack my back.
A 15 is a successful backflip. A 15 is what it takes.
Yes, Rock. Good job. Good shit.
You know what? There's a lot of backflips
The guy
going
just
on right
looks
now. I don't really know what
outside.
happened.
He just fucking backflipped.
He thinks you guys are having some deep deliberation. Just fucking backflipping on the
You know, like, I know we're here for like a pretty serious reason. We got some pretty serious stuff going on right now, but you know what? This is a pretty cool backflip party, I must admit.
Anybody, Moria, can you do backflip?
You know what? Probably not.
Alright, come on,
Guidance.
bye.
Alright, alright. What am I
I
rolling?
got you, Moria.
Acrobatics?
Alright,
Yeah,
let's go.
I'll roll a d4 for you.
Can Clay do one?
Hey.
Oh shit, not with advantage.
Oh, not with
Not with
advantage.
advantage.
Dario.
You get a +1, don't worry.
Uh-oh.
Oh, that +1's gonna help me so much.
Oh my god!
Valmoria
that
does a
is the
triple fucking sideways gainer.
Pop that,
I
Rowan.
am honestly
Pop that,
blown away.
Rowan.
I did not expect that, but that is the best backflip.
They just keep getting better and better. They keep getting better
I
and better.
kiss Valmoria.
Valmoria goes
That's
to the
it.
crow's nest, jumps off, turns into a bird, and then still does a backflip down.
You know
Holy
what?
shit.
I feel like I need to get into this backflip act.
Yes.
Come on, Fi, let's
That's just
go.
looking at like, what the fuck?
I think Fi has Adam just throw him in the air. It does like a double backflip. and lands
Fucking
it.
catches him in a basket like a little cheerleader.
Alright,
Hold
Clay,
on, wait,
your
hold on.
turn.
I'm gonna go
Oh,
into
God.
my
No,
were
Clay.
tiger form so I can jump as high as I can to do one.
I don't think Clay could. I don't think Clay's gonna do well.
Clay's
This-
got
I'll
it.
guide
Whatever
him.
you
I'll
do,
guide
do
him.
not
What is it,
attempt to
acrobatics?
backflip.
Acrobatics.
Yeah, acrobatics.
You go onto the deck, dude.
Clay just
Oh
fucking
my
puts a hole in
god!
it.
I break my neck, dude.
Yeah, Orion, you don't hurt yourself. You land on your knee though. You definitely don't land the flip.
Ooh.
Yo, Ryan scraped
Orion,
his
are you-
knee.
You'll
Orion,
get there
you good?
eventually. We'll get
Ah.
the backflip down.
Ah!
A little more practice, Orion. A little more practice.
Clay's got a
Oh.
-1 even if he tried, so I don't think he can do it.
God damn it.
Either way, you guys are just doing backflips. Namtar looks at his window.
We're like, guys, we really need to figure out, we need to take care of Moya.
we got like actually
backflip,
we got
backflip,
things going. I
backflip.
got distracted. I'm sorry.
Moya, you do one.
Oh, shit.
Hey yo.
Serious
Oh,
time.
man.
Let's go.
Anyways,
Yeah.
guys,
Sorry.
that was really fun. But
Oh,
Oh my god.
That's their rogue.
Oh my god.
okay.
Mid.
Oh man.
I signed to him. I signed to him. Good shit. Good shit.
Yeah, he starts spinning like a tornado, just floats.
Okay, so he's
I
better.
look over, I see Rowan pouting with his arms crossed.
I think honestly, this is a big moment, guys. We could like name ourselves backflip related because we're all doing pretty good with this.
Backflippers.
I think that we should cancel this whole thing, trying to save their
She
party
just pulled
member.
off.
Nice.
Namtar's like, what the fuck? These guys just dip out.
Guys, we could start a traveling circus act.
He sees everybody do a backflip and then we just leave.
He's like, what the fuck is wrong with y'all?
That's the that was the changing moment, the deciding factor.
This is
You
better
guys like we really got some clarity from those backflips.
Hey, team bonding. We're all doing backflips.
Oh man. So
Oh,
back to the important.
Oh,
fucking
Nathaniel.
discussion.
Nathaniel falls off the ship.
Oh no. Luckily you're not next to any walls, but you definitely eat shit on the second one. The first one you land perfectly. I think you get a little bit overconfident and you just eat shit on
I
the
just look
second
over
one.
him. It's like you had it on the first one. You didn't have to go for the extra one. But you had it.
All right, that leaves me.
Come on.
Oh my.
Also on your knee. Don't eat shit, but
Some people need to work on their backflip game, but we'll get there.
Wait, can Duncan please do a backflip?
yeah.
It's just for a good 30 minutes. It's just all of us doing backflips.
Sometimes
Randy?
in
Get
D&D
Randy
you
out
just
here.
gotta do the dumb shit. You just have to.
Rando
No,
backflipping right
I'm
now.
so for it.
Oh my
Yes,
god.
Duncan.
Nice.
Duncan runs up the wall, does like a parkour backflip.
Ooh,
All right,
you know
Sabir.
what?
Come on, man.
Come on, Sabir.
What is Sabir's acrobatics? I'm curious.
Guidance.
He's got big old wings. I feel like he would just like.
Yeah, he can just fly. He doesn't even have to.
He just
He's
flies.
not got a
up
plus
and
6, but
down.
yeah, he
He
can
can
just
just
fly.
like cover up and rotate.
All right.
He's just
Yeah,
like,
you guys
guys,
see his
really?
skeleton wings just fucking poof, and he like flies 40 feet in the air, just
Like Minecraft
like
creative
falls
mode.
backwards.
You know what? I can't top that. I don't think any of us here can. That was pretty.
Damn, that was really cool.
Anyways, we
weird.
should go talk to that guy.
I
Yeah.
keep forgetting that we actually have other things going on right now.
Guys,
Me
but the
too.
You're right. Let's try
backflip.
front flips now.
You guys look back and Sammy's ship is being raided. He's like in the middle of a fight.
Sammy's like frantically waving his sword in the air.
He's waiting for the sign.
Yeah, he's blowing kisses to Orion to signal him.
He's like, "Mwah, please.
Oh, Sammy, stop!
Namtar's just on their deck fucking slaughtering.
The bullywugs are just going crazy trying to get ready for the canyons.
Alright, so yeah, what do you guys want to decide? You guys have to decide what you want to do.
The subtle spell, I think, is a good idea.
Yeah, I think we
I
should have
agree,
the
I
cleric
agree.
come and do the subtle
As long as
spell.
there's no
and then-
roll for it.
I think he's very distracted. By the way,
He does
so-
have to make a charisma check, but that would let Jaren know if he was telling the truth or not, because Jaren would know if he failed that check or not. That's how the spell's
Okay,
worded.
Okay.
I say we do that. And just
Alright.
ask him what he wants the tissue for.
Okay.
Put
So you
us
guys walk
in
back
a-
in.
I was just say, put
Okay.
us on a psychic link so we can communicate while we're talking to him.
All right.
True.
I will say you get a sense this guy is very psychically adept.
Never mind.
Yo shit.
I break it.
Yeah, you like very psychically adept. I think Amara more than anybody, you would feel like this guy is a very strong psychic mage to a level that you can't really understand yet. Like the things he can do to people's brains, you don't understand.
What happened
The
if,
chain
if I was just to
demon.
call whoever's on the ship on my phone and just put it in my pocket?
Not too good.
You know what? Nothing will happen right now, but if you roll me a Tinkerer's Tools check and you roll above a 15, I'll say you can modify your phone to be a short range transmitter.
Okay.
Can I give him the help action?
Yeah, it doesn't
Oh,
matter.
he's good.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. The cool plus 11. Yeah. So if you pull out an old phone of yours, you pull out some tools and you just change the insides to, instead of running up to a satellite, it just runs directly to the comm system in the ship. So now everybody will be able to hear everything that goes on.
Probably a good idea.
Got that one figured out.
Yeah.
Way to go, Fi.
All right. So you guys
I
head
give
back in.
the
Oh, good.
okay. I say I give the bullywugs a standing order. If you hear us, either inside going south, you open fire immediately.
Maybe not with us inside. Perhaps.
First mate Hip, who is the first one to successfully learn Common, one of them knows the language now.
Dumb.
He looks at you and goes, "Even with you inside, Captain?"
Especially with me inside.
Okay.
Aye, aye, sir. And he salutes you.
To be fair, they might just miss. They're just gonna miss the asteroid.
Look at Clay, and I'm like,
Just
watch the
nothing hits.
bullywugs, sir. Watch him.
Yeah, he nods. All right, so you guys head back in, same party plus Jaren. As you go in, Jaren is going. Namtar's still kind of hovering around. Rowan, you're still in there with him, I remember, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, he did
So
the backflip inside. And
Oh no, you did come back. It doesn't matter. Either way, you guys head back in. He's kind of walking around his lab creepily. Jaren is going to spend his sorcery points to subtle spell the Zone of Truth. Jaren's spell save DC is a 20. Very high. Very high. Namtar does get a really high plus to this roll. He gets a plus 6.
GG's. Not one.
All these guys.
But he doesn't have advantage or anything, so it's a flat roll.
He's got to roll lower than a 14.
That's an 11.
Duh.
So, you guys don't see it, but you're all in the area. All of you need to roll charisma savers too.
I wet my bed till I was 10.
I choose to fail it.
You choose to fail it. Yeah, you can all choose to fail.
Yeah, I just choose to fail it. I don't have nothing to hide.
What is the roll for again? It's a,
It's a charisma saving throw for Zone of Truth. It makes it to where you can't lie.
So just-
Ooh.
Everybody
20s,
did.
you all
Nobody
fail.
lied, yeah.
Oh, I need a 20?
Yeah.
Yeah, you need to beat a 20. That's his spell save DC.
GG's.
Not a lot of charisma in this party here. Not a
No,
lot
no.
of.
Where's
Yeah.
Maz at when you need her?
Dang.
Not a lot of charisma.
I was so close. So close.
So all of you fail the effects of the spell too, and you are also forced to be honest. What do you ask him?
I go up to him and I ask him why he wants a piece of our ship. What is he gonna do with it?
He looks at you and he says,
I wish to grow a ship of my own, so I can escape from this wretched place.
And as he says that, you see like a look of surprise in his eyes as he tells you an answer he did not want to tell you.
Interesting.
Where would you go?
Back home to destroy the people who wronged me.
I do like a little revenge story.
Where's home?
All right, he knows something is off now. You guys are gonna get one more question before he's gonna cast Dispel Magic.
Oh shit.
Okay, guys, we need to think this through.
Mm,
You like big butts or small butts?
Shut
He
the
says
fuck
that
up,
in the
Rock.
psychic link. He
What's
says that in the
your-
psychic
We don't
It's
have a
not a
psychic
canon.
link.
We don't
He
have a
says,
psychic
he says,
link.
I have no sexual desires, and then nah, I'm fucking with you.
I pull out a piece of duct tape and put it over Rock's mouth.
Magical duct tape.
Magical duct tape. You can't take it off.
mm,
I don't. Do we really need another question right now?
I mean, if we have a
Perhaps
chance to ask one, we should.
Where he was gonna go?
He said home. We'd have to
Well-
ask what his home is, where
Mhm.
his home is.
Or
Is that
how
the
those
question
people
for
wronged
Al?
him?
English or Spanish?
He stops moving. Freezes.
Yeah, I think we could ask how his people wronged him, but then we won't know where his people are. But maybe we can figure out by him telling us. I don't know.
No, yeah. What if we ask him? How does the? Never mind.
Okay. All right.
That's an incredible display of self-control right there. That thing that just happened.
It was the magical duct tape.
Maybe
I kicked him.
It doesn't actually stop you. It just makes you rethink your decision.
You're like,
Makes you think before you open your
Wait a
mouth. Just
minute.
wait a minute.
I vote we ask where his home is.
I
I
said
love-
we asked how to use the machines on the ship, just in case this goes south. We know how to do it.
The machines
Oh,
on
no.
our ship?
The one we found.
No,
one we
the
found.
machines on his ship.
Oh.
That's what Rock's saying.
Learning how to use his machinery would go way farther than one question, I will say.
I was about to say. I think it'd be like our ship. Or...
Okay, never mind.
Yeah. It's a
I
lot of
see.
very
Just
complex
something-
stuff that he's built.
I say either where his home is or how the people wronged him. One of those two.
Are we gonna help him? Is that our plan though?
Well, you're gonna have
Nope.
to see first. We're gonna have to see.
He's
Well,
like,
then why
my
do we
entire
even
village
know-
was slaughtered.
Well, why do we need to go
'Cause-
into it more?
Yeah,
Then?
Because if he gets the ship piece, he might just go kill a bunch of people, and we don't know where or why.
But if I mean that's his business.
We could be
Hell
aiding and abetting a murderer.
But what
No,
if-
that's his business.
What if his
That's
home
his
is
business.
like what if
My
his home is
fucking
just,
man.
What if his home is just?
I don't know.
That's
I
his
don't think we
business.
had the moral high ground.
Listen,
here,
we can
though.
use.
We
but
literally
I'm
have
saying,
a
like,
slave.
we could use this question to gain information that could help us in where we are. He's been out of
He's
been out
giving
here
us
for
all the
how long?
information for where we are.
If we give him the piece.
But we have like a question he has to tell the truth about. Like, what if there's like something we like don't know or can't find out, and the only way we can is asking somebody else.
Okay, then ask.
I don't know what to ask about those exactly.
What if we ask him if he plans on betraying us, so we know if we're safe or not?
It seems
I-
like this guy just wants to do business. I mean, it doesn't really seem like he wants to kill us. I feel like that might be more of a inconvenience for him than it would.
Wronged him yet?
Anything
He don't want to
else.
kill us yet.
Not if we say no. I'm pretty sure if we say no, he's probably gonna just take the piece out of the brain he wants, anyways.
That's
Okay.
That's actually a good possibility. He could just try to do it anyway. Especially if it's his whole life goal to get this, then yeah, more than likely he's just gonna try to kill us for it now.
So asking, do you have any plans of killing us?
Well, that's very... We could ask, what are you gonna do if we say no?
Ooh,
That's a good one.
that's a good
one.
question.
Yeah, I do think that's okay.
Okay, I guess we'll just ask that. What do you do if we decline your offer?
He looks you in the eyes. You see his eyes flash red for a second. He says, It does not matter, because I already have what I need. I need everybody in the room to make an intelligence saving throw.
Motherfucker!
Oh shit!
Motherfucking effing bitch.
Oh,
Fuck, I'm
I did not
retarded though.
pass.
That's so unfair.
Did you say intelligence saving throw?
That's tough from 5. That's so tough.
This feels like the chain demons
We
all
rolled
over
well
again.
all session until now. All session we rolled well.
It was the fucking backflips.
The backflips took all our luck.
Wait, can I cast silvery barbs on Rock?
Sure. So, Rock, you get to re-roll, and you can also give somebody advantage with
Is
silvery
it?
barbs.
Is it an? Wait, is
Is
this
an
like a?
advantage.
Is this considered an
No,
attack?
No.
damage?
Rock is gonna hold on. Let's. Rock is gonna re-roll no matter what. You can give somebody else advantage with silvery barbs too. That's how the spell works.
Yeah, but he has a negative though. He's a -1.
I think
do
give
on
it
him?
No, okay, so no, this is so silvery barbs. You have to target a person, and they have to re-roll that ability check, and then they have to take the new roll. That's the first part of the
Okay.
spell. So Rock is going to have to re-roll and take that new roll. The second part of the spell is that in addition, the caster of the spell can give someone else advantage on whatever roll they make next. So Rock is going to get to re-roll for free, and then another person can re-roll now for free. So silvery barbs is basically going to give 2 people a re-roll.
Can I use my
Oh, okay.
inspiration to reroll?
Yes, you can.
I give a
his
reroll to
DC
Rowan.
Okay, and Rowan, you get to re-roll as well. I'm going
Oh
to
my
tell you
God, wait,
his
are the-
D- What?
Are the new changes implemented?
No, because the book's not out yet. I don't have all the mathematics on it.
Oh,
21.
Oh, better.
Okay. His DC is incredibly high. None of you succeeded.
Oh my.
Let's
well,
go.
His DC
That's
was a
good.
23.
Oh,
But no cigar.
Close, but no cigar. Very close. All of you immediately are under the stunned condition.
Motherfucker.
You cannot move, you cannot take actions, bonus actions, or reactions. You can only speak falteringly.
can I rage?
Wait,
I
did
wanna-
Clara or
Rage doesn't pull you out of stun.
Clara?
they can hear
Did
it
the
on the
cleric
Hunger
or
will.
any pass it?
ship. They can hear it on the
Hmm?
ship. No.
They both failed.
We have the
Even in a fear failed it. Specifically because he silvery barbs her.
what about Sammy?
They can hear it. We have the.
And
phone
they they
system.
can hear it on the ship.
They heard what he said. Him casting a spell did not make noise. All of you are silent.
Can we all just like falterly speak so they might think something's wrong?
When it gets to your turn, maybe.
Oh, okay.
Again,
Right.
it's not that easy. You guys walked in here. You're the one that cast magic on him, right?
Not like the backflips.
These are these stupid
He's gonna
motherfuckers
stu-
wasting my damn
He's
time.
gonna stun us and be like, "This is a real backflip."
Imagine. God, I should have done that. God, that's such a good idea. And then he just lets you go. Fuck, that would have been funny.
I already have what I
There's still
need.
time.
There is.
It's not too late.
He has not done anything yet except for stun
So-
us.
He walks around the room, and you hear like his kind of claws clicking on the metal floors. He looks at all of you. He doesn't make a move to attack anybody. He doesn't draw a weapon. He looks over, walks to in front of Orion and Valmoria, and he says,
You come into my home and cast spells on me when I offer you help. It's incredibly disrespectful. But I am generally merciful, and I have enough people trying to kill me. I don't need that headmaster coming after me. So, you're going to walk out of here right now. You're going to get on your ship. You're going to leave. One of my homunculi has already gathered the material I needed from your ship. I will give you what I promised you. And you will never see me again, hopefully. If you re-enter your ship and you make an attack on me, I promise you, I have much stronger defenses. We understood?
Can we talk now?
yes.
No!
Oh.
I look at Orion. What you want to
Tell
do,
him, boy.
King?
You just yelled no. You
Well,
can't ask me
I could
now.
take it back. I reversed my words. I put the magical duct tape on my mouth.
Okay.
I look at Orion and I say, "What should we do?"
Oh, does he have defenses on the inside too, or do we not know?
Probably.
You don't know. You can't tell. I mean, none of you know his technology well enough.
One
Oh,
would
we're
assume.
inside. If we're gonna attack, this is the prime time to do it because we're already inside the skin of the ship.
Well, you
I
were
can
also all
voice my
stunned.
opinion.
Yeah, he's
if I
gonna
can
have
voice
a
my
round
opinion,
on all of
Please,
us.
Oh,
please,
so
please.
true.
No, it's not even that. He has a concentration spell that has you all stunned. He cast a 9th level spell on you.
Oh.
I should have tried to counterspell.
Well, if he wants us to talk, doesn't he have to drop it?
No, because you can speak falteringly, so that's what this interaction is. That's what stun is. But it's a concentration spell that lasts up to a minute. It's called Psychic Scream.
Well, for us to
I
do
could-
anything, we have to walk out and get
I
unstuck.
Did this
can,
trigger
voice my
anything for
opinion or
Sabir?
anything. I think,
Sabir's not in the room. He stayed on the
He's
ship.
not with us.
Oh, okay.
If
Oh,
I don't
Sabir
think
was
we
here, it
should
might be a
fight
different
every
story.
guy.
It would be a very different story if Sabir was in the room, actually.
God dang.
Are we
Wait.
close enough for a cycle link for Sabir?
You guys dropped it.
It did,
We
yeah.
dropped
It did.
Can Amara recast it?
Yeah, but this.
You're in
guy's
you're in this
Okay.
guy's psychic domain. This guy and Amara again, like I mentioned, this guy's psychic power supersedes yours by 1,000,000. You couldn't get out. Like if he didn't want you to, you're not gonna get a message out.
Yeah.
Oh, we still have the communication to the ship, and that's technology. That's from the phone.
There is a live audio feed, so anybody who's listening, anybody who's at the helm, which I mean probably would have been a couple of people, Sabir and the Bullywugs maybe can hear this guy going on a rant, but they don't know that conflict has popped off. Again, this just sounds like he's pissed off.
We cannot
Guys,
let
we
him
need-
have
we need a
that brain
code
matter,
word.
though.
Yeah, we
We
can't.
Can I-
Okay, wait.
Let him have that.
Oh. Can I just pray to the Raven Queen while I'm like here?
Absolutely.
I think if we try to fight, we all die.
Yeah, we should
we-
not fight him.
We can't let him get that matter, though.
We could.
Wait, question. He has someone on the ship getting it right now.
Yeah, the homunculi.
Seems like
I
he's
think
already
he already has
acquired
it.
it.
Oh,
So
he
Yeah.
has it.
it's on him, his person? In
You have no
his
clue.
little...
All he's told you is that he has possession of what he needs. You don't know where it is, when he got it, where, like, how the thing got on there. Like, you know
Probably
nothing.
when we were
of-
doing backflips.
Damn it.
This is
Maybe.
what happens when we all get along.
Maybe.
People steal shit.
No cap.
Well, if he already has it, there's no point in killing ourselves.
Yeah.
It might. It might just be. I mean, if he has it,
Unless
Unless we
unless...
don't die.
Can we talk with them?
Yeah,
He is
you guys
much
are having a
stronger.
right now. This conversation is deciding if you guys go into combat with him or not. So
I vote no personally.
I also personally will vote no. The fact that he just cast a 9th level spell without any of us, like I don't think we're prepared to.
Can I ask him a question?
Oh, that's...
Can I ask him? Be like, there was never an option, was there?
he looks at you and he goes, "You seem to be the smartest of the bunch, huh?"
Oh,
Yeah, I
this
get
guy's
that a
fucking
lot.
Crazy.
Can all of us like at the same time just side eye Rowan, just like everybody at the same time?
I
Yeah.
side eye Rowan.
Just like,
Comedic
Yeah,
blue
can I-
sound.
Can I just tell him that's
Side-eye
fucked up?
Rowan.
I just want to say that's fucked up, and then
I like to
go back to
ask,
praying.
He
Well,
goes,
Have you
So
ever
is
heard
the
of Live
world.
Long?
I've been stuck here for 200 years.
Not my
I
problem.
deserve to go
And whose
home.
fault is that? You.
It's yours now, isn't it?
No, 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 no. Mm-mm.
You're projecting. You're
No,
projecting.
Pookie. Don't
Literally.
gaslighting.
This is
You're
on
gaslighting.
you.
You're
Don't
hating.
try and give me
Gaslight.
Nope.
you
Gaslight.
can't complain about the state of the world when you contribute to it.
Real.
I'm going to go destroy it.
Preach,
No,
Caleb.
nuh-uh.
Oh,
Then
right.
you're the,
Nuh-uh.
You need
then
help?
the world.
you're,
Nuh-uh.
you're
Yeah.
causing the pain that was caused to you.
Hey, how about this one? Nuh-uh.
Okay, I
You're not
didn't
doing
ask.
that. No.
Oh.
If you,
You know
think that
what?
the people who did the bad stuff to
Sir,
you are
you're
so
rude.
bad, you're just as bad as them.
No,
not
I'm
worse.
the guy who did the bad stuff. People are
Yeah.
just too scared.
So then
I'm
why are
going
you
to
exacting
die.
revenge on people?
You're a bad man.
Because
You're
people
mean.
punished me for chasing perfection. And You can feel how you want, but my job has a purpose. Being friendly and kind and worrying about poor people and the sick, it's worthless.
Silence! I would like to say silence in a very loud voice and to get his attention.
Side
And
eye
say with the
rock.
power.
You try. You can't
granted
fully yell, but you get louder than everybody else. Yeah.
to me,
He doesn't really stop talking, but he does look at you. He makes eye contact.
as a chieftain of the Bullywugs and the full authority that I have, you're a dick. That's all I say.
He
to
looks at
No,
you.
that's
He looks at you, kind of cocks his head a little bit, and he's like,
Okay,
Okay.
him. I just wanted to be out there. Fuck you.
fair enough. Yeah, I
You're a-
appreciate it.
You're a
Yeah.
meanie.
I'm just gonna say like, okay, it seems like we all really don't like each other, but it seems like the transaction's already kind of happened, whether we like it or not. So
he looks at you, and he says,
You're going to take what I promised you, and we're going to part ways. And if you don't like that, I'll just throw your corpses back on your ship.
yeah,
Well, that was a little rude.
Do you have a blueprint for the
You came
lightsaber?
into my home under the pretense of
You
trade and
Bitch,
had
this
your
is
cleric cast spells on me.
Hey, not my cleric. Not my cleric.
Our
Just
cleric
kidding.
left a few sessions
well,
ago.
as you say that,
Actually,
Jared looks a little offended.
Oh,
He looks offended as you say
Jarek,
that.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Oh, no.
He's my cleric.
Okay,
I fuck with him.
this is we're getting a little out ahead here. So we could just like leave, turn around, never come back.
Yeah,
I bet you won't drop this spell and fight me though. Bet you won't drop this spell and fight
No,
me.
no,
let me
no, no,
leave
no, no, no,
first.
no, 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 no,
He
no,
looks
no,
at you,
no.
and he's like,
I won't, but if I did, I promise it'd not be enjoyable for you.
I don't think we have much.
Lucky for me, I like pain, bitch.
I have the genetic material from thousands of races.
Hey.
Only the best parts of them you would not stand a chance.
Let me just like say this to the guys that want to fight.
God,
real
I
quick.
want to fight. I want to fight him so bad.
Yeah, but like this would probably be harder than an astral dreadnought. So
Yeah, I think we don't have much of a choice.
it's like if
What do
we
you-
fight, we die. So I think we literally have one option.
You know
We
what
can
Duncan does have,
negotiate
though?
another deal.
I think Orion's of the
No
mind
bomb.
of we should just leave.
Dude, I don't like being bitch like this. So what the fuck?
Can I
We
put-
can't
just-
kill him?
Can I put the brand of castigation on objects?
you have to attack him.
No, on objects.
I don't believe so. I think it has to be a creature.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not gonna
because
attack
it's the
them.
planar travel thing.
Can I go home now? I'd like to go back on the ship.
He says,
That's completely up to your friends.
I think that would be for the best if we all just.
Was I
Well-
asking you? No, I was asking my
Whoa,
people,
whoa.
not you, Fi. Sorry, Fi.
All right, I'm
A
new
little
here.
delayed
No,
reaction
I wasn't-
there. She's like,
I wasn't
scared.
talking to you, Fi. I wasn't talking to you, Fi. I was talking to him.
Alright.
I'm so sorry.
he's gonna activate Psychic Scream.
Oh man.
Everybody takes 15 psychic damage.
Oh my god.
Wow, good going.
Wow.
You come into my asteroid. Wow, so mean. Wow, so rude. Casting spells on me. Wow, crooked cleric there. Wow.
Make Astral great again.
Oh.
Oh fuck, dude.
Can I just tell him drop it so I can leave, please?
Yeah, it's getting a little
Just me,
awkward.
just me. I don't
he's
think
not
I don't
making
know.
a move until all of you are in complete agreement that you're leaving, and then the second he drops that spell, he's gonna put a wall of force up behind you. So
There's not much we can do. Look, we can't die on this hill. We will have to revisit and then make things right.
We're never gonna see
I'm
him again.
over. What
Well,
do you
just 'cause
want to
he
do?
says
I'm
that.
done. I'm ready to throw hands.
You won't have your hands for very long while we're fighting him.
Yeah.
Look, the fact of the matter is we are separated from everybody else, and this guy could just kill us right now if he wanted to. So for us to turn around and try to fight him after he drops it, he's just going to do the same thing and try to kill us again. I think we got to choose our battles wisely, and this is not Oh, why
Who's
is Rock
saying to
fighting?
fight right now? Like who's on the fight team
Rock
besides
doesn't
Rock?
like being
Besides
bit.
Rock.
Yeah.
It's not.
Besides Rock.
I'm not on the same wavelength as Rock, but I do also think that, in a sense, not that we let the mimic down, but also in a sense, we let the mimic down.
Yeah, we were also like lied to, and it was happening behind our back, so it didn't like.
It was gonna happen.
It's
either
kind of
way.
out of our hands. Yeah, it's kind. We could have
Well,
said no and walked away peacefully, and it would have happened anyways.
Like you can say that,
leave.
but like even
I still believe.
as soon as
Let's
we
just
pulled
leave.
up, he knew.
Let's just leave.
I still believe.
Let's just leave.
Leave.
All right. He looks around, kind of scans the room, smiles, sharp, nasty teeth. Says, "It's been good doing business." Drops the spell. Instantly throws up this purple wall of energy. Wall of force, completely impenetrable. The only direction you guys can go is out the door.
Can I turn my head behind and be like, "Whoop," and spit on his floor? Be like, "You are a freak
Yeah.
of nature. Fuck you."
Do I get hit with that or dodge?
You spit and it like hits the wall of force and it starts to sizzle. See, he walks up, like sticks his finger through it and licks up the spit. He's a
Oh,
disgusting creature.
Is somebody gonna match
Yeah.
my freak? Somebody.
What the fuck?
Yui.
Now I know you were evil, but that was a little
Freak
gross.
of nature.
That was a little.
You are a freak of nature.
Yeah, let's
You.
just leave.
What the
I think we
fuck
should
did I
just leave now
just
because
see?
this is getting to be a little much.
You know.
So,
all of us almost.
you guys
Yo,
leave?
man, what is it? Guys like, never mind. Yeah,
The duct tape's still on.
Yeah. So you guys
Okay,
head
we
back out to
still
the
are.
ship. As you walk through the hallway, a small pod on the right ejects. You find a roll of these like kind of like clear-ish star charts that can be used for plotting. You find, I guess it would be a total of 35 vials of small injections. And you also specifically find for you a diagram for a starburst engine.
I just goes yes.
Fine. I don't know if this is a yes situation. I think maybe.
I mean, yeah, I'll do it solemnly. Yes.
Can I ask? Can I bring my bullywugs together and ask who was on watch?
They all walk up. The first mate says, nobody was on watch, Captain. We were all working on the ship. It was some of the other individuals were supposed to be paying attention at the helm.
Who?
I couldn't tell you the other individuals here on the ship. The other party and Master Randall.
You're gonna come with me and you're gonna point them out to me.
All right. Basically, he just tells you that like he had been told to worry about keeping the ship and everything like that. Up at the helm, you see truthfully, at the helm, most everybody had been up there and everything like that. They were intently listening. It looks like they were prepared to do something, but there was never a sound of a clash breaking out. But there were. It was pretty much everybody else on the ship was at least in the vicinity of the helm.
In a very angry voice, I want to ask: did y'all not see the fucking ghoul steal a piece of the goddamn ship?
The goblin from the other party speaks up and he goes, I've been keeping a pretty good eye on things. I didn't see there was no people that came on the ship besides you guys. It's not
Oh, he did.
no. What was it that came on the ship?
It wasn't a ghoul.
He
It
said
was
a
a
homunculus.
homunculus.
He said a homunculi, which you guys know are incredibly small creatures.
No,
Like in the like homunculi can be tiny creatures which the eye cannot see.
Can I try to see if one's still here? Like smell anything?
Yeah, you can roll it wouldn't be a smell thing because that's a robot.
Oh, okay. Investigation.
Yeah, and
or
they're not robots that use like oil or anything. So yeah, it'd be investigation or perception.
Guys, I think he
Yeah.
just stole from us.
I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about it.
Oh, yeah, on an 18 rock, you start going over the ship. You don't see. It looks like whatever he sent on the ship got what it needed and left. Doesn't seem like he's interested much in like you guys or ever. It seems like he was telling the truth that he actually doesn't give a fuck about you guys or ever want to meet you again. In fact, he would probably prefer to never meet you again. He has no interest in like bugging you guys or tracking you or whatever. He just wanted what he wanted.
Well, now what?
Can I go talk to Moya?
Yeah, of course.
Can I just tell her that I'm very sorry that like all that happened and he ended up taking a piece, and tell her that we did not give him permission to.
Yeah.
And that I'm very
Go
sorry.
ahead and roll a medicine check with advantage for me real quick.
Well,
With
shit.
16. It's okay. The DC wasn't very high. You walked down there, and the first thing you noticed, Namtar lied. He took a lot more material than he said he would. Moya's in some pretty serious pain.
Whoa.
Does anybody know a doctor?
Okay.
Velmoya, you could pump some healing spells into Moya to help.
Yeah, can I do that? And can I use my
Yeah,
closer
if
spike?
you want to burn like a level 3 spell slot, we'll say that that's enough to at least like close her wounds and get her on track to where it's not so much an active thing.
I can help
I'll
as
do
well if need be.
Yeah, if you want to burn a spell slot, that would help as well. That would get her a little bit. Basically, right now she's got the equivalent of a couple levels of exhaustion, and healing her will help go against that.
No more
I'm
deals
just gonna
with
do a level 1 cure wounds, because that's all I got.
No more deals, bargaining, anything with the ship to do anything.
Sure.
Yeah, as you go down there, you see more like one of the tendrils wraps around and like rests on your shoulder. Telepathically reaches out and she says, "That was less than pleasant."
I just look at her and tell her I'm so sorry.
It's all right. I hope it got us what we need.
It did, but I don't think it was worth it personally, but it is what it is now.
Maybe in the future we can deal with it.
Yeah.
I
Oh,
have
we
some
will.
amount of anger. He was quite rough.
If we find him again, you get your swings, Pookie.
Very well.
And you see she's just not feeling great right now. She just doesn't feel good.
Yeah.
What about the rest of you?
I also have cure wounds. Could I do a little bit of help there?
Yeah, I mean, with all of you guys helping Moira, I'll say that like up through the course of a day, you guys heal her up, and basically you'll get rid of her exhaustion and everything like that. She's still not at 100%, but she's not actively bleeding. She's not anything like that. It seems like whatever method Namtar used to remove his tissue, he removed a lot more than he said he would in a very like gnarly way, no sedatives or anything like that. And he also, because Moya's heart and brain are the same thing, took a good amount of that tissue, which is the real concern.
Next time we see him, it's on site.
I'll go walk up to Jaren. Is that his name? The cleric?
Yeah.
I'll go walk up to him and I'll be like, hey, like I know what was said back there, saying that's not my cleric. I just want you to know that that's not a mindset everybody shares. You know, just for me, you know, we're all in this together, man.
He looks at you and he goes,
It is fine. We are new comrades. It will come with time.
Can I go apologize to him too and be like, it wasn't meant at you. I was just
Yeah, he
stressed
looks at you and
about
says,
the
I
thing."
understand you were trying to make a point with the man. I understand.
I just give him a pat on the back and I'll go.
Yeah,
I'll
he's
walk
like, it is
away.
okay. We will. As time goes on, I feel I may become your cleric.
I would like that.
I think Fios wants to make a point to everybody. Is like, in some way, I do kind of feel responsible for all this because it was my intel after all. So you know that is on me a little bit. I knew this guy was gonna be bad. And, you know that was a little bit more than I thought it was gonna be. But hopefully, because of
yes.
this rotten deal, we'll get what we need to get done.
Yes, and yeah, I would say with that, I think Fi, you lay out all the stuff that you got. You guys see star charts that show you the location of every known astral dreadnought nest, also all of the shipping routes and safer paths to take through the astral plane to generally avoid pirates and things like that. You guys see 35 injections, all of which are genetic material that make you immune to the effects of the space around you. So you'll no longer have to worry about running out of oxygen while you're out of atmosphere. In tormented space, there's a mechanic where it starts to eat away at your psyche, and if you guys inject this, you will no longer have to deal with that at all. And more importantly, if you would like to explain what a starburst engine is, Metal.
Like a hyperdrive from Star Wars. It's basically that.
What's Star Wars?
Is that like that show Rowan watches on that box set?
Green Arrow?
Arrow.
Like
Green Arrow? I love Green Arrow.
Either way, like when we met that little tiny astral dreadnought earlier and we got away super fast? This is like so much faster, you wouldn't believe it.
You're right. I don't believe it.
Show me.
Also, if you look at this schematic, and you've heard of these before, and you've kind of you've seen some schematics of how they work. These are built in such an effective way just because Namtar's so smart that they can also be miniaturized, and you could also build another one to put on your other ship once it's fixed.
And the guy's crazy, but he knows what he's doing. Sure, because these plans are insane.
I mean, he played us for fools. So
he sure did.
Yeah.
I thought things were going pretty well there for a little bit, and then everything kind of fell apart. I don't know if it was the backflips or not, but I'm going to say that it was not the case.
You think he would have given us like a discount or something? Because we hit some pretty cool
those are
ones,
those are really
some
cool
nice
backflips.
I'm still like
in a
bad mood, but just
I
thinking about
was
the
gonna-
backflips got me.
That's a character trait of his, is that he just really dislikes backflips.
I was gonna say that, like, aren't y'all proud of me? This is the first time I haven't fucked anything up or like been bad or anything. But I was the one that started the backflips, so I don't know if it's wrong.
It
I
had
don't know if it's
nothing
on
to do with the
me.
backflips.
Okay. So it was all right. So it was all fine, Velmore. All right.
Well,
Oh,
Raven
right.
Queen really would
Backflips
helped
were really cool, and they're totally worth
said
it.
what?
They upped our morale.
You said what? What you say, Ryan?
Who, me?
Yeah.
Who, me?
Oh, mate.
Uh-huh.
Hey, Bay?
Whatever you say, the smartest one of the group.
Look, bro. Don't talk about me or my friend, the clerics. God again, all right?
Nope.
Punk.
I'll talk
What?
about what I want. Ooh.
But basically, with this, if we build this engineer, we could go from one point to a really far other point really quickly.
Well, how long will it
Welcome
take to
back,
build
Mitty.
one? Well, that I imagine it wouldn't affect the shape in any or the ship in any way. I just don't want to do anything more to it because it's.
No, Starburst engines are built so that they don't hurt anything
Mhm.
that they're on. It's just like built in, just like an engine would be. Basically, an engine add-on. Like it's a modification.
Yeah, it wouldn't hurt
Are
the ship
these
at all. It'd be just
engines
fine.
magical or like are they mechanical?
They're both. They're both.
Okay.
Yeah, they're a mix of both. That's why having people like Sabir and Fi on board is good, because if anything happens, they can work on them.
Okay.
Rowan's got a level into artificer. Just let him work on
It's
it.
true. Yeah, Rowan could work on them a bit too.
What's the next move?
Yeah, I will say, like, you guys watch as Namtar's docking pad pulls off, and he very quickly just shoots off into space in the opposite direction.
And does a backflip in the window. Just how it's done.
He walks out onto the surface of the asteroid and does a gnarly backflip.
You motherfucker! That was our thing.
You'll rue the day.
He does a Fortnite emote.
I want to
That's
stand
not,
at
that's not the worst thing he's
forecastle.
done. But it's up.
What, the emote?
The emote.
Let me do that.
No, I believe he was referring to ripping part of your ship's heart out.
And then emoting.
Yeah, and then emoting.
Oh, okay.
So,
where do we go?
yeah,
from
what do you guys think is the next move? At this point, you have the star charts and everything like that. From what you're can tell, you don't necessarily have a general fix on where Q went, but you can assume it's not in regular space. It's either in deep or tormented space, and you're not sure at the moment. But the only way to find out would be to venture into one of those places. I know, Fide, you did have an idea about upgrading the ship a little. If you wanted to talk about that, if I don't, I think
With
I remember.
the guns.
Well, that and then the scales.
Oh yeah. So I have a funny little idea here. What if we get some of the Astral Dreadnought scales? I think that's what it was, right?
Yeah.
We can get some of those Astral Dreadnought scales. We put them on the ship, and it'd be really, really strong.
Like
Yeah.
armor.
Yeah, it'd be
Okay.
better than what we have now, and it'd be lighter
Yeah.
too.
Astral Dreadnought scales are like feather light, but stronger than steel.
Well, I think we need to beef the defenses as much as we can, given recent events.
Yeah. And we have all these star charts, and the other group knows where this kind of stuff is. We can just find a dead one and take some off their body.
Yeah, they blew up
Get out of there.
a spawning ground last year.
But how big are these scales?
enough.
They're pretty large. I mean, it would take some amount to cover the ship, but it's not. They're not like the size of your palm. They're like the size of your chest.
So you tell me I could make a shield out of one?
Yeah. I mean, the same as you could do with dragon scales. Yeah.
Alright.
Could we
Yeah, I'm
remove the weapons? Or I guess I asked Fi. Fi, do you think you could remove the guns on this ship that we found and put it on our ship? Or replicate them?
I think that Fi, you think that they're integrated pretty hard. You could do it, but it would be near impossible to ever put them back on the other ship.
I mean, it is possible potentially, but it would probably make the other ship useless unless you just want to go really fast.
Do you think you could eventually replicate it with enough study?
Well, probably. I mean, with enough study, probably.
Yeah, with enough time, that's possible. Yeah, it'll take a while to figure out the technology, but enough time and practice, yeah, you can probably figure out how to at least make something similar.
So yeah, I mean, eventually, most likely, probably.
I think that would be a viable upgrade for our ship in the long
Yeah.
run.
From what I know about what those are, I think it'd be widely superior.
Yeah, cannons are good, but one giant anti-material rifle on the deck. I mean,
I feel like I kind of owe it to the ship now to make it stronger. What happened?
I think we all
Yeah,
owe
'cause
the ship a little
we
bit.
do need. Maybe we need some defenses. I know that way, if something were to happen
We
to
need
the ship,
to-
it is alive, so we don't want it to be hurting.
We might need to secure the room where its brain and heart are a little more. Just doors, something, anything, just to make
Yeah.
it hard to get in.
funnily enough, Fi mentioned that too. He said he wanted to make like a lead room, like a lead lined, super dense box around it.
Could definitely make that possible.
But I guess scales first.
All right. So yeah, it's not super far to that spawning ground either. That's also within a few hours. I mean, you guys have been traveling around for most of the day, so it's getting what you would assume to be towards the evening. You've been traveling for like 8 to 10 hours now, but you guys fly for a couple of hours. Eventually to this giant graveyard. You see, a couple of asteroids and rocks floating here and there. And as you appear, you do see what seem to be like the semi-decomposed corpses of dozens of astral dreadnoughts. You see like the glazed over white eyes that are like the size of your ship, huge mouths, giant maws, like endless tails going off farther than you can see into space. And most of them, like the flesh underneath is decomposed, but the scales are so solid that they're still like there over the husk of the corpse because they don't decompose. They're indestructible, basically. So, as you guys approach, I'll say that you guys don't see anything apparent. I mean, there's a lot of dead astral dreadnoughts here. You don't see any that seem to be alive or anything like that. If anybody wants to make any checks or anything like that, you're welcome to do so.
I would like to make a perception check.
Would it be
Yeah,
an investigation for me?
Yeah.
I do an investigation as well. Hopefully, it's better than the last one.
Oh look,
Keep
nat
this
20.
one. Nah, for real, peep this one.
Boom.
Bam. never mind.
Okay. Yeah, Amara with the 22, you don't see anything that like strikes you as danger, and then Orion with the 20 perception. Interestingly enough, you smell something. You smell something coming off of these dead corpses. It almost reminds you of ants. How when ants die, they secrete a pheromone that deters other ants. It's why ants, whenever they die, they'll move dead bodies away from the colony, because they give off an essence that like deters living ants.
Could we take some of that to like spray it around
You
the
don't
ship?
think that it's something that's harvestable, especially when corpses this decomposed. You think it's just like it's a natural effect of the chemical breakdown of their bodies.
Okay, I see.
Is there a way they could like
Yeah.
get what the chemical compound is that could be recreated?
Roll just a straight intelligence check, no advantage.
Intelligence check. Oh, cat, get on my face.
The cat trying to roll.
Damn.
Nah.
Can we tell
Nah,
it? Can we tell our body?
It smells funky. I think if you like spent enough time and maybe with the fresher corpse, where you could kind of see the chemical makeup and watch as it broke down a little bit, be one thing. But a lot of these bodies have been decomposing for like a year, so they're pretty far gone. But you think there's something there, even on a 7. You think that there's something there. You just need to find a fresher subject to figure out what you need to figure out.
I could definitely figure this out eventually.
Let's start
but
August.
Yeah. So what we'll do is it going to be like a ship-wide thing? Like you guys want to get this done ASAP?
Yeah, pretty quick.
Yeah.
Okay. So with that, if you guys work through the evening and everything like that, it'll only take a few hours between 35 people to harvest all the scales that you need. Enough to coat the ship. And then after that, it'll be a couple days of downtime for installation. That'll be a lot of artificer work.
I'll help.
Yeah. So for this, we'll say you guys salvage everything up pretty good. I'm assuming we'll say you take a couple extra scales if you guys want to retool them for stuff. You'll have a few extras.
How many days specifically are we talking?
You guys will harvest them, and then I figure you guys will probably get a long rest after this because it's been a long day, and then it'll be 2 full days after that.
Okay, because I need to keep that in mind.
Yeah. So what we'll say is instead of doing downtime to get this done in 2 days, it's a ship-wide thing. All of you guys have to be involved. Everybody has to do their part. But here's how we're gonna do it. I have a DC set in my mind. Bai and Sabir are gonna take the lead on this. So I'm gonna make Fi roll it, but with advantage, and then I'm gonna add a +1 for every other person on the ship helping him, which is a 33. So I need you to roll it. I need you to add a Tinkerer's tool. I need you to roll a Tinkerer's tools at advantage, and then we're gonna add 33.
Okay, boss.
33. That's 52. Yeah. Yeah, so over the course of 2 days, you get this installed. So Moya's AC goes from a 15 to a 20.
Duh.
So she is much harder to hit now.
W.
I'll change the stat block and I'll send the new one later.
If I work
everything-
on armor for myself, and because you said we had extra, right?
Yeah, but I will say
Is
the
it light
scales-
enough?
The scales are light enough, but they are so hard that there's no material that can really cut them effectively to make armor. Like making a shield is one thing because it's already kind of the shape you need. But it's not like a malleable metal where you can like melt it and then shape it. You know what I mean?
Lame. Okay.
It's a very stiff thing. It's why it's good for stuff like plating, like ship plating and stuff. But it's not really good for work. You could probably, if you got to a real forge, could take some of it and make an alloy with a metal to make an armor, and that would be way more effective.
So I'll keep like 2 or 3 in my hole.
Yeah. If you want to throw a couple in, you can throw like 3 Astral Dreadnought scales in your portable hole, and that's
Cool.
fine. And you can at some point try and make them into armor. It's just by themselves, they're a little bit. They don't have the malleability needed.
Alrighty.
So yeah, Moya's AC is an 18. She's also going to get a small bump to her health, which is 30 HP. which puts her at 320. Doesn't affect her speed, and everything like that. You guys keep a couple Astral Dreadnought scales for yourself.
Are they
All right.
valuable?
So, was that?
Like they sell for high price? Maybe we could sell them.
In the astral plane, no, because then you guys could just take 1,000,000 of them and be rich, and we're not gonna do that. Like you guys can all take a couple for what you want to do, or if you want to sell them, they're worth a pretty penny. But like each of you can take like 3, just because they're so bulky too. Like they're very big, they're not easy to carry.
I just want one.
Yeah. So yeah, you can take up to 3. Everybody can take up to 3. We'll say that for
I take
themselves, and then on top of what the ship had, the other party will harvest some as well, so that they can use stuff for their armor, and then also sell a couple because they're all poor these days. Fi, if you wanted to make another Tinker's Tools check, you could try and at least reinforce Adam's chest plate.
Okay.
Go ahead and roll another Tinker's Tools with advantage, yeah. Yeah, okay.
Reinforce that shit.
A cool 30. What's Adam's AC? Yeah, Adam's AC is going to go up a little bit. Adam's AC is 18 now instead of 15. All right. So you guys have prepared most of what you need. You want to murder some dude in an asteroid now. Where are you going to next?
So the
What do you
choice.
wanna
I
do?
have to head out. So I will talk to you later.
It's all good. We won't be going too much longer. Nighty night.
The choices was deep space and tormented space.
Yeah, those are the 2 options. One is like where more dreadnoughts hang out. You see a lot of space pirates, stuff like that. And then tormented space, which is where the god corpses tend to be.
Holy.
Well, if Q was acting all crazy, maybe he would go to dead god corpses. That's my line of thinking. I mean, we don't really know what happened, so if it's something to do with divinity, I don't know.
He did go to hell, so
I say tormented space would be our best bet.
yeah. But deep space also has more people, which means we can ask questions. Granted, we might be trying to kill us, but we can still ask questions in deep space.
For some
Could
reason,
we,
to me, deep space sounds inherently less dangerous, but I wouldn't really know.
could we ask Skelly if he's been to either one?
He goes, I've been to both, of course.
Which do you think is less, dangerous?
They're both awful.
Oh, okay.
A lot of danger. It's part of the game, though. You wanna pilot a spell jammer, you gotta take some risks.
I don't know, man. We've been getting a lot into gods, and this barely worked out in our favor.
I'm into gods too. I harvest their corpses every now and then.
What if we ask Anafera where she thinks he might have gone?
It's her birthday.
She's kind of been saying other things. She goes, I'm not sure specifically if I think he would have gone to either, but his sporadicness and, again, the fact that he did go to hell makes me wonder if it is somehow involved with the divine, but at the same time, in the astral plane, there's so much strange behavior that it could be anything. We don't have much to go on. And the last thing I remember, he just jumped off the edge of the school.
That was no helping.
Because you don't know anything.
Yeah, we don't know.
Oh, you want to flip a coin? Go high or low? It's literally two, like a right or left kind of question.
Does anyone think we should do
Yeah, does anybody have any opinions?
what they vote we should do one more than the other?
I think, I don't know, just from what we know, Tormented Space is more in line with a lot of stuff, but that's just my thoughts.
But I think we're letting. I don't know, man. I think Tormented Space more in line with us because of the gods, but we don't know these people's stories. We don't know his story. We don't know what he's thinking.
I'm just saying it's
He's
equally.
also crazy.
If we're just going 50-50,
Yeah, exactly.
it's equally as much of a chance either way.
Yeah.
So,
I'm with Orion. I say tormented space.
I'm with you. Just going picking high or low, just letting fate decide.
If
I don't really
tormented
care.
space seems like the more logical decision, then I guess that's what I'm for too.
The tormented space we go.
Let's get
All right.
tormented.
All right. So you guys all get ready to go and head off. Sammy points you in the right direction, and you guys head off towards tormented space. You have to go through a small portion of deep space to get through, but it's only like a couple hours. And as you guys get out there, you notice like a lot of the constellations and stars that you had seen before blink out of existence, and now you see like full galaxies in the distance, entire like things that look like the Milky Way, Andromedas, all kinds of stuff. You see, clouds of sparkling gas in space, stars going supernova. Like it's what you would expect of being in deep space. In the far, far distance, you see lights of like ships passing by so far away you can barely see them. All kinds of stuff. And eventually, you guys approach an area where you can see the difference. The space goes from this serene kind of open, deep area to you can almost see it roiling around you. You can see like space has this weird purple, reddish, orange glow, and it's moving and vibrating all around you. Are you guys going to enter without taking the injections from Namtar?
I will definitely be taking. Ooh, can we investigate the injections first?
You can, but unless somebody rolls a natural 20, you guys have no clue how the fuck any of his science works.
Guys, peep this one. Peep
Oh,
this one.
Hey!
24 is not bad.
I mean, fuck it. I'll take the chance.
I cannot do better than a 24, so.
Well, no nat 20s, so.
Yeah, I mean, it's. I guess if anybody, Orion would have the closest maybe idea of something similar to this, simply because of other blood hunters having mutagens. But even then, this is a so much more advanced version of it. This is and I'll say because Amara got a 24, you feel as if for some reason, maybe because you have psychic capabilities, you had some weird connection to Namtar. You for some reason innately feel like, as opposed to this being something someone puts in their body and it like kind of affects their body and their body fights it, this is a complete DNA rewrite. Like this goes down to your genetic code and changes who you are fundamentally. And none of you guys really understand how that works.
I relay this information to them and let them know that we have no idea what's going to happen. It's going to change everything about us.
I'll take it.
I'll take it as well.
So you two pick up 2 injectors, shoot it into your arms. A couple of seconds go by. You guys do feel like a dull kind of burning in your vein, but after a while, it starts to kind of fade, and there's no negative effects. You don't feel as if anything's happening. You don't feel like you're dying. You don't feel as if you're changing physically. It's just kind of a dull burning in your body as you feel something kind of moving through from your head to your toe. But nothing bad happens.
I'll give a thumbs up to the rest of the group. See, guys, it's a-okay.
Let me explode.
Yeah.
I will drink it as well.
All right. No, it's an injection.
Oh,
Not that it
injection.
matters.
She
But
was-
Sorry,
yeah,
sorry.
she's thirsty.
I'm going to inject it in my.
Just drink
Inject it into a cup and then drink it.
Sorry,
But,
guys.
So does everybody go ahead and take their injection?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maddie?
Valmoria?
Yeah.
Yeah. So everybody takes their injection. Again, no negative effects. The other party does so as well. It doesn't seem to be something that again, it's not like you're turning into something crazy or anything like that. It does seem like he delivered on what he promised. If somebody wants to try it out, you're more than welcome to like kind of tie yourself to the ship and go into space real quick.
I'll do it.
All right. So you tie yourself to the mast, you jump off the side of the ship, and you float out of the atmosphere about 60 feet away. And normally, in the time that you've been here, you kind of need to be on the ship or some kind of atmospheric area to be able to breathe. But as you leave the atmosphere, you notice that like you aren't breathing, but you don't need oxygen.
Guys, I think we're good. Guys, I can.
None of us could hear you.
No, I'm just playing with
Yeah,
you.
you run out of the air in your lungs, and you're mouthing the words.
Can I read his lips?
Yeah, he seems to be saying he's good. Like, it doesn't seem to be hurting him, and he looks fine. He's not
Seems
freezing
fine.
to death. He doesn't seem to be choking.
I think he said he's good.
Okay, I was. Okay, that's good. That's good.
So he
Just
pulls
makes
himself back
the-
in. Yeah, it seems like Namtar did deliver on what he promised. And as you guys enter kind of this fold where tormented space begins, what would have been an intelligence saving throw immediately, you feel this kind of wave wash against your bodies and just kind of roll off. It doesn't seem to affect you like it's trying to. It seems as if he gave you some kind of psychic resistance to whatever's going on out here.
I call that a pretty good.
My thinking.
All right. So as you guys enter tormented space and you see all of this, you see now, as opposed to what you saw in the little bit of deep space, you see wormholes, gravity wells, you see planets colliding against stars, exploding, being reborn. All kinds of crazy shit out here. A lot of it's in the distance. A lot of it's surprisingly close. Black holes just opening and closing every couple seconds in different areas. It's a very weird place. And then in the distance further than that, you see just thousands, tens of thousands of bodies of just monolithic beings. Just like some of them broken apart in pieces, other like in these contorted forms. Some don't even look humanoid. Some are just like masses of flesh, just floating motionlessly out in the distance.
That's not ominous at all.
I guess I'll.
Must have been a glorious battle.
We should probably ask Inafira if there's anything to look out for regarding Q.
She says, as far as Q, I'm of course worried about what happened to him mentally, but he's a very dangerous combatant as well. If he attacks you, it will likely be harmful.
Okay.
He has. I'll tell you mechanically, he's an artillerist, so he can like summon eldritch cannons and shit.
God damn.
Yeah, so to just like shoot from like 300 fucking feet away. So yeah, she warns you about that, and then other than that, she says, as far as tormented space, I've not been here much myself. I'm not a big fan of the gods, so I don't know much about this place.
I guess I'll just kind of keep a lookout as we float around and see if there's anything I can pick up.
So you guys float through tormented space. Anything anybody else is wanting to do as you guys enter this kind of weird liminal space?
I'm just gonna. Can I just keep investigating?
Yeah.
I
You
like
guys
to
can
talk to
roll
my
on it.
armor.
Yeah, sure. What do you want to say to it?
Do you recognize any of these people or these gods?
There's a pause and like a deep like inhale, like he's sniffing or something. He goes,
I killed some of these people.
Hey, oh, that's badass.
he says,
Oh,
I once rested here.
Interesting.
I feel like part of me still rests here.
You don't say.
Are you
Guys,
making small talk with it? Ah, interesting. Oh, goodness.
Wow, that's very cool.
I'm
Who are
sorry.
kids?
I'm sorry. I am intrigued. It's just I gotta get ready for my turnover.
Oh, you're good.
Yeah.
But yeah, the
Yeah.
farmer kind of says like he feels familiar with this place.
Okay. And he did say that he feels like a piece of him is still resting.
Yeah, he
here,
feels like
correct?
something else is here. I will say he also warns you afterwards that he says,
I feel like the piece of me here is not a good one.
If I was to get you to it, do you think you would be able to dominate it?
It is a gamble.
Well, I'm lacking, so a gamble is I'm willing to make. Remember, a gambler only loses. They stop gambling.
there's a silence. You hear the armor kind of chuckle a little bit. Yeah, he seems to feel something here.
So I'm gonna relate it to
Sorry, what?
Hello.
Oh.
I'm gonna relate it
He's talking to someone else.
keep an eye out
He's
for-
speaking dead god. Communicating.
Skip it about it.
Highest.
Yeah, but do that.
Can you hear me?
No, you were.
No, you were cutting out for a second there.
Okay. No, okay, I'm gonna relate to the group what he was telling me.
Okay.
How there might be a piece of my the god that my armor was a part of out here. Keep an eye out for it and like apologize beforehand if it goes south.
Come on, man. We all came here by our
You know
own
what?
decisions, so.
Appreciate the heads up at least.
I will keep an eye out. I will keep investigating, no matter what.
She has like a spy
On a
glass.
23 investigation tomorrow, you don't see anything, but I will give you on a 23. This whole place is vibrating in this weird way, but you feel something else, probably a couple 100 feet away, just vibrating violently. But you can't see anything. You know the direction it's in, but you don't see anything there.
Intriguing.
I will tell the group that as well, that I don't see anything, but I feel something, but I can't see it, but I feel it in my gut.
Does it feel like it's coming towards us?
As Fi thinks that, you all look to where Amara pointed, and you see as a huge fucking portal opens.
What the?
Oh.
Oh my god!
Oh,
Hey guys.
What is that?
I found it.
Is that a
I found-
nautiloid?
That is a
Hey, can someone
nautiloid that
stream?
flies out of that portal behind it, pulls up next to you guys. You see a bunch of illithids, thralls, all kinds of stuff. You see a bunch of like floating, like tentacled, like head things in the air, and you see a couple up on this like up on this higher bridge. One of them points at you and goes, and
Oh.
they are immediately going to open fire. But we're going to end the session there.
Oh my
oh fuck! Did
gosh.
Oh, look at the little oh, that's so cool.
Yeah.
I already
On
closed
our
on my thing.
19
I don't know what's supposed
website.
That one. Fuck
It's
it.
even doper.
What'd you say? What'd you say, Nathaniel?
I was asking somebody to stream. I can't.
Oh yeah.
I don't know
Somebody
what
wants to
I'm
show Nathaniel the
looking-
map real quick. Yeah, please.
Oh,
Please
yeah,
do.
yeah. I got you. Hold on.
Nah, I got you, Nathaniel.
And I will say the first thing that happens, they open
Ah.
fire and part of your ship catches fire.
All right.
alright.
That's gonna happen before the session ends.
Yo, what the fuck? Oh, we're cooked. Not cooked, but that's gonna be a fun
Nathaniel, remember,
fight.
we gotta kill the guy to get his fire sword for Act 2.
Oh my
Hey,
lord.
yes, sir. Yes, sir. We do. We do gotta kill the guy with the fire sword.
Could we fit
Dude,
clay?
that's gonna be a fun
Cannon.
fight.
Oh my god.
Not in a cannon. There are ways to get clay over there, though.
Hey,
We should have listened to Rock's.
Yeah, let me throw him.
idea. Oh, you are.
Dude,
not
I'm telling you, that
throwing
catapult I do.
you cannot pick that.
You
boy
guys
up.
have a catapult in the robe of useful items. You have one.
Are you ready, Clay? Mama.
Yeah.
We can also send Homer over as like a little suicide bomber and blow them all up.
I
Yeah,
volunteer.
may not may not destroy the whole ship, but would do some damage for sure.
I got my alchemist fire. We just light them bitches on fire. Burn.
Burn him.
He died.
Burn, burn.
Burn it.
They Thanos snapped him out of existence.
Now, there's part of the map that you guys still can't see, and I have maps for the internals of the Nautiloid as well.
Is Skeleton
yeah.
Sammy like behind us, above us?
Skeleton Sammy would be behind you guys, but
Right.
him and his fleet will be like basically circling you guys, running interference because their ships are pretty maneuverable. So like they'll be able to circle around every turn and take shots and that kind of thing, and they may be able to try and board. Some amount of skeletons will help you guys out, that kind of thing.
I have a feeling me teleporting over there is not a good idea.
Not.
Their deck is pretty stacked right now. Their top deck has quite a few fellas on it.
I was about to say they have a fucking shitload
So-
of people up there.
And we gotta
Can you
like, weaken
teleport
first.
people with you, or is
Yeah,
it just yourself?
one.
Oh damn! I was about to say me and you.
Yeah, we'll hold
Me
it
and you
down till
just-
we'll hold it down till
Interfere can scatter 8 people over there in a turn.
Oh. Well, then we
Yo,
still need people
yo.
taking care of the ship, though.
Yeah, but that's the thing. She can send a party of 8 over there.
Yeah.
We did a long rest, right?
Yes, everybody got a long rest.
Okay, I gotta try to reset my stats then before the fight.
Could I Blood Curse of the Eyeless and attack on the ship?
I would allow that. Yeah, I would say so. Yeah. I would let you use it on one of their Nautiloid cannons.
Cool.
Would it be too late to use Gift of
I'll be right
Alacrity?
back.
I'll allow it. I'd say it's fine.
Totally. I will.
Only on you
Alright.
though.
Alright, I'll end the session there. End the recording.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I was only gonna use it on me because I have